Tonight's brew.
Welcome to tonight's brew. This is going to be a special episode. We might do this once a week. We might do this every once a month. We might do this once a year, once a millennium, once a century. What's after? What's more than that?
We ain't gonna do it.
No, all right. We might never do this again. Who knows? My name is Tony D'Angelo.
More than a century?
What's a century?
A millennium? Isn't a millennium?
After
No, that's a falcon. Like I said, my name's Tony D'Angelo. You should know that by now. If you don't, then you're new. And please subscribe. I need Pampers for my baby. And today we have two guests. You've seen them before if you watch a podcast before, but I'm just gonna do a little intro for them. Starting from left to right or right to left. If you're watching the podcast, it's gonna be right to left, right? To my right, your left, is a very good friend of mine. Best friend, you would say. I've known this man since, let's say, 8th grade. You know, I hated him. He's good looking, he's tall, he's big boned. He has, his hairline looks like it's, it's still trying to become something. Never really took on, but it's trying, and you can't really bing him for that, I guess. Gilbert Velez, the brown panda. That's what we call him. Yeah,
Kodak Black.
Kodak Brown. There you go. Gilbert Velez. There you go. GV, Big Gilly Hicks.
But when you see me, I'm white.
There you go. There you go. And to his 3 o'clock. Is that 3 o'clock?
Sure.
City Art. Look him up, bitch.
I'm the baby he needs Pampers for.
Yeah.
The baby.
City looks like.
The baby.
I mean, how could I explain what he looks like? There's almost no words. I could explain him. I could explain how City looks like in sounds, even though you're watching. But if you're not watching, you're listening. He sounds like, and also like, ooh, right?
Why do I understand him?
Exactly.
I understand.
Thank
Exactly
you. And you know what?
Thank you, by the way.
You're welcome. You're welcome for that.
Hell of a compliment.
City Art. There you go. Let's give him a hand go. Yeah. Chance to Scrapper. Scrapper. And tonight we're gonna be talking about hip hop, anything hip hop related. White rappers, brown rappers, black rappers,
whack rappers.
Whack rappers. That's good. That's a good one. Whack rappers. And before we start all of that, we are drinking. If you look, you'll see like I have a Semillon right here. I'm just sipping on that. But I did buy a beer for this, and it's from Octopi Brewing Galaxy India Pale Ale. It's 5.5% alcohol by volume.
I dig the can.
The can does look cool. Galaxy. It's got like some blue shit. It looks like ink blots, maybe.
It looks like a future mixtape.
It does. It does.
Like
very hip hop.
Dirty Sprite.
So I've already taken a sip of it.
Very hip hop.
I'm really excited to see your guys' first impressions.
Yeah, Phil. So just so you know, producer Phil is here. He's just not on camera. He does have a mic, so he could chime in whenever he wants. Just letting you guys know. Don't be surprised when you hear, soothing voice. God?
That's an awful lot of cough syrup.
It's brewed and canned in Waunakee, Wisconsin. First of all, Wisconsin. Your names, all weird. I understand they're very Native American, but there's nothing about white people in Wisconsin, so, figure it out. Bring the Native Americans back or something. I don't know. Where'd they go?
Christopher Columbus.
We're gonna do a first drink. Don't rate it yet. Phil might rate it because he doesn't give a fuck. We're gonna drink it first. Tell me how you feel. Then we'll rate it once we're done with the beer. Okay. I don't want anybody jumping the gun and be like, this is the best beer I ever fucking had in my life. I'll tell you right now, it tastes like a cupcake, kind of.
It's a little sweet.
It's a little sweet. It's got a very blueberry-ish, maybe. I don't know. Do you guys get that or no?
It's got a hint of fruit. It's got a hint of fruit.
It's not blueberry.
Not blueberry? Raspberry, maybe?
Darker berry.
Boysenberry.
A darker berry?
It's a darker berry.
Blackberry?
I don't like how much S you put in raspberry.
It's raspberry. No?
Uh,
Do you guys?
absolutely not.
No,
Is that raspberry?
it was raspberry.
It's just
There's no Z in raspberry.
Hey,
It's raspberry.
All right, whatever.
not with that attitude.
Whatever. I have an accent. I'm sorry. I have an accent.
He has an accent.
I'm
accent.
Puerto Rican and Mexican. I have an accent.
Fair enough.
Hoosier. That's your
It's for
accent.
sure a berry. It tastes almost cupcakey, maybe muffiny, like a muffin. You don't get that muffin isk.
Do we have the same beer?
We have the same beer.
Yeah, I don't get muffin off of it,
I'm
but
not
I do
getting
get
no
like
muffin.
I do get
Cheesecake,
a little,
maybe?
little fruity.
Like a cheesecake?
I'm not getting no baked products.
No?
Yeah, no, I'm getting fruit.
Well, they
That's
make
it.
no
Just
baked cheesecake.
Specific fruit. That's it.
Okay, I stand corrected.
Maybe I'm just ascended far beyond your guys' palate. No?
Probably not.
All right.
Got
Well,
it.
anyways, we're here to talk about hip hop. Things we hate, things we love, things we want to see, things we don't want to see. Coi Leray, we don't want you twerking.
Fuck
All right.
no.
Maybe make
well,
a
we don't want her rapping.
Coi Leray, we don't want you rapping either.
I'd rather her twerk than rap.
Why
No,
does Cola Ray's daddy hate her? Did you know
Benzino.
that? Benzino hates her.
Benzino hates everyone.
It's also
Well,
true.
we don't want him rapping either.
We don't want Benzino rapping either. Benzino,
Benzino.
if you guys know the history of Benzino, Eminem murdered him back in 2001. I don't know.
Early 2000s.
Yeah. Benzino, stick to what you know. Business. Don't rap
Don't
ever.
rap,
right.
Also, stop working out. You're too big. Have you seen Benzino lately? All
Yeah,
all his
dude.
shit is him working out. Like, bro, your
all he
arm
has.
veins are too huge.
all he
Stop
has.
taking the steroids.
Juicing.
And just call it a day.
Focus on getting your daughter better
Yeah,
at rapping.
Take care of your kids.
How is your dad bad at rapping and also you?
It's hereditary, right?
It
It's
is
gotta be.
It's
hereditary.
hereditary.
You don't, I don't know, are Eminem's daughters good at rapping?
Fuck
Maybe.
no. Don't even. I don't want to know.
Maybe they're
Doubt it.
geniuses. They
But
just
I
don't
feel
want to.
I feel like if Haley wanted to drop some bars, she'll spit some
She
shit.
probably could.
And I would be here for it. I'll
I'll be
listen
here
to
for
it.
With
Yeah.
great power comes great responsibility. Maybe they can't drop it.
Yeah,
He could just
she could
ghostwrite.
be the Spider Gwen of rap.
Spider Gwen of rap.
Those
Yeah.
would be some dope bars.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm Slim Shady's daughter. I'm harder than.
Back when he was singing skeletons in the closet.
Hey,
Yeah, Coi Leray, trash. Sorry.
Get her outta
You're
here.
Also, I mean, let's just say the XXL. You get one good person out of every fucking year.
No. Because there's been good years.
There
But-
has been good years,
but that was a
but
while
it's
ago.
been
yeah, it was
years.
a while
It's
ago.
been a while
It's been
ago.
years since they've had good years.
The
Shit,
class
what,
that
la-
Lil Dicky was on was probably the best class because that was like Lil Dicky.
I don't
think
know,
it was
I
because-
wouldn't
Lil
say
Uzi.
the best
It was
class
like-
recently. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, recently. Yeah, no,
'Cause, like,
not
that-
overall. Not overall.
Before
but
that,
recent.
I think the best class was probably that one with Wiz and Big Sean and
Mhm.
fucking everybody else.
Yeah.
That shit was fire.
I mean, remember when Conway was on it?
Yes.
Conway
Yes.
was on it, and like Conway just started popping within the last 2 years, really. Maybe Underground
Yeah, some of them
always
take
been
a while.
fire, but we've all known he was dope. But like since Griselda's came out, he's been super dope. Last year when they had Coi Leray on? DDG, who's a YouTube rapper, he had the best.
DDG's not bad though. I don't mind
not bad.
DDG, but he don't drop enough.
No.
For me, for my
No,
preference,
he
he don't
doesn't.
drop
Yeah,
enough.
But there is something to say about being a YouTube rapper that goes from YouTube to becoming like an actual, I guess, rapper. I mean, mainstream maybe,
Industry rapper.
industry rapper,
He's an
but
industry plant.
but but like there's industry and then there's like, oh, you're just good too. Like we fuck with you,
Yeah.
but you're also
Right.
getting more recognition.
Like Jake Paul making a diss track on Dana White. We don't want that. We don't want to hear that. We
That
don't
was
want to
the
hear Jake
worst
Paul
thing
rap
I've
ever,
ever seen.
ever.
That was-
Or Logan Paul. We don't want to hear
I
either
don't
of
want
them
any
rap.
of the
ever.
Pauls to do anything anymore.
They should just shut up.
Just shut up,
Just
own
quit.
companies,
Just
and just
keep-
leave
I mean,
it alone.
keep
Keep
fighting.
making money. That's it.
Maybe keep fighting.
Just Jake, because Logan hasn't won yet. At
That's
all.
true. That's true. Which is crazy because Logan's big as fuck.
Yeah,
Maybe that's his downfall.
he's just not good.
Really?
He's not good.
Oh. You think you could beat Logan?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh
okay.
wait, you said do I think so?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I'm piecing Logan. out.
No. I mean,
I'm on site with Logan Paul. Just know.
he's a
right.
big boy,
I hope
though.
you see this.
He's a big boy. He ain't no little guy.
I'm big boned. Don't worry about me.
All right. Okay. All right.
That boy
Maybe he is. Maybe you guys can take him. Maybe we could like triple team him or something.
We jumping. No
We
one-on-ones.
jumping.
We're
Spit
just
roast
talking
them.
about this inside.
No
There's no
one-on-ones.
one-on-ones.
We
We're jumping
jumping.
Logan Paul.
Oh yeah. In a
It's not-
street
yeah.
fight,
We're
we
jumping
don't
Logan Paul.
we don't
Outside.
fight fair, right?
No one-on-one.
So all right. So it's 2022, 2020. You know what I'm saying? Right now, who's your favorite artist? Right now.
Right now?
Right now. That's current. That's I'm not like if they whoever dropped in December of last year, it doesn't matter. Who's your favorite current artist?
Right now.
Right now.
It depends. Because if you're going off what I listen to on a regular just because it's hype and it gets me going,
Yeah.
and I like it, I'm going to go Lil Baby. But
Lil
if you're
Baby.
talking about creativity, like shit I like that has good bars, you still got to go with your Benny the Butchers, your Cole, as of late, but your Conway, shit like that. But if you're talking about like daily use, I'm going to listen to in the car just because I like it. It's hype.
Yeah.
It's going to be probably Lil Baby.
Lil Baby?
He could spit. That boy could spit.
Where's he from?
Any bar on him, he's spit.
I don't even know.
Because he has like a weird accent. Is it an accent or is it just the way
I
he
think it's just the way
produces
he
his
talks.
voice? Like
Yeah,
they
Honestly,
mix
I
his
can't
voice?
remember
I think it's just how he
where
talks.
he's from.
Is he Southern?
If I had to guess, I would say so.
I don't know.
I feel like
But
I know and I
What I'm here
don't.
for.
What do you
Phil-
think?
I was gonna say
Oh yeah,
Phil can,
Phil. We'll have
do a
Phil
little-
look it
Yeah,
up.
Phil,
Look
bring
up
that
Lil
for
Baby,
us.
and then while we're talking, you could chime in.
You know who's another one I've been listening to a lot lately?
Who?
Tyler.
A
Tyler Creator?
Tyler,
Hey.
the Creator. That's my boy.
What?
ATL.
He's
Atlanta?
from
That's what I
Atlanta?
figured. I mean,
Okay.
that makes sense.
It makes
Yeah, that
sense. It makes sense.
Kinda obvious
So
when you
this
think
is a
about it.
weird
Yeah.
thing.
Sense.
I'll tell you right now. I've never one time listened to a Tyler the Creator album.
Really?
I've listened to popular songs, but I've just never like dove into it. Is it dove?
Nah,
I
yeah.
never dove into it.
It
Like
took me a while, but
albums.
then when I finally like started listening to him, and then I went back and listened to his stuff, like he's a very
It's one of those-
He could spit.
individual.
He could
it's
spit.
one of those
Yeah.
things where like sometimes maybe I'm not getting it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
And
like
it's not for everybody.
It's not.
He's
Yeah.
got an acquired
and
taste
he
to him.
and he knows that too. Like he's
right,
like, yo,
right. So I'm like, maybe is there something? Am I not? Are my ears not right now? Do I need to wait, take a breath, wait a week, and then listen to it, or maybe I need to go through old shit of his to understand what's going on?
I think he's one of those you kind of got to listen to it more than once, kind of let
Yeah,
it marinate,
definitely,
kind of really
definitely,
pick
yeah.
up what he's trying to do and
Yeah.
what he's saying. You kind of got to look at the whole vision of him, like, because if you see his live performances too, his live performances are crazy.
bro.
Just because he
nuts.
comes with a whole
Performances
different like
are
vision,
nuts.
you know,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
a whole different. His
Okay.
thought process is a little
Like,
different.
everything's packaged up.
Yeah, it's a whole package basically.
Okay,
And
well,
every,
look-
every album of his too is just like you can't expect this next album to be anything like the last album.
yeah,
you know?
that-
All
that's
right.
what-
Well,
Like
how about this? I'm gonna
when-
take some
when Igor
homework.
When Igor dropped,
Yeah.
and then he came out with that "Call Me If You Get Lost" mixtape. Two different projects, completely two different sides you're gonna get of them, but they're both fire.
Yeah, and they're both completely different. But the thing with him too is like I fell off on him too for a long time. Naxi City, when we were at work one day, brung it up to me. He's like, "Hey, you listen to that new Tyler?" And I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna listen to it. I gave it a chance and I listened to it a few times.
And we all got our toes out.
Yeah, we all got our toes out too.
All right. So for my homework, I'm gonna listen to some more Tyler. What should I start with?
Call Me If You Get Lost. That's
Call
the
Me If You Get
most
Lost.
recent one.
That's the most
Do that,
recent.
and then go back to
yeah.
Igor.
Okay. All right. I'll call me if you get lost. Then I'll go back to Igor.
Yeah, I would start.
I'll
I would
listen
start
to
there.
it. Because
what was
I mean,
the other one,
we
the old
we
one, Cherry Bomb. Cherry Bomb was
Cherry
fire
Bomb-
too.
if you guys don't know, we message each other all the time about music,
Random bars.
random bars, or
All
just
day.
sending people stuff. We love hip hop, and we have different tastes. You know, I feel like with me, I'm more of the type of hip hop, type of stuff I like to listen to. I mean, there's different ones, but I love cadence. I love rhyme schemes,
Like lyricism.
Yeah,
lyricism, rhyme
Lyricism.
schemes, and flows, but like different flows. You know, I don't like everyday flows. I like when people hit me with something that's a little weird. I'm like, what the,
Yeah.
how did you hear this beat
Unorthodox,
and
yeah.
came up
Right,
with
right, right.
unorthodox? Exactly. I love when like, how did you hear this beat and come up with that flow?
Right.
You're crazy for that. Other people like more of melody, and I do like melody too, but like other people really hard on the melody. Gilbert, what would you say your favorite part of it? Is it just the bars? Is it the punchlines? Is it storytelling?
It depends what I'm looking for. If I'm looking for a daily use, I'm looking at flow, something that sounds good, it's aesthetically pleasing. if I'm chilling at home or I'm at work and I'm really trying to really understand what they're saying or really try to understand their music or pick out bars, it just depends. I guess it depends on the situation, what I'm trying to listen to.
Yeah, I get
like
that.
I said, I got aesthetically pleasing stuff. Then there's the stuff where I'm just really trying to dissect it and I'm really trying to figure out what they're saying. I'm trying to catch every bar, trying to catch every metaphor, everything they're saying. And so it just depends. But I mean, personally, I like bars. I like people who can really, really put it together and really come with something different and creative. Like I said, I don't like hearing the same bars. Like, I really liked the Baby for a while when he first came out. And then the more I listened to the Baby, he started saying the same bars over and over. I kept hearing the same bar. And that's when I was just like, he's not creative anymore to me. And I kind of turned it off.
If you're a new artist, especially like the Baby, and you don't have already a shit ton of stuff you can say, you just keep saying the same stuff. Like, if your flow's the same, that's fine. Because Migos, let's be honest,
true.
They've reused the same flows 1,000 times.
I'm tired of the Migos.
But they could reuse it and still make shit hot.
That's true.
But they're not saying the same things.
It's a lot of their shit are ad-libbed, though. So it sticks with them because it's an ad-lib. So they can constantly use it, and it's still going to fit.
And then you get artists that constantly create new flows, which is extremely hard. Or they recycle, like they go, I mean, a flow from like the 90s is retro now. You know? It's not like, oh, that's just an old school flow. No, it's retro, meaning like it's old school, but now it's hot because nobody uses that flow anymore. That shit's cool. City, what do you look for when, like, not even look for, like, you're chilling in the car, you're driving, what are you putting on? Like, what do you care about? Is it just like is it beats? Is it just the flow? Is it just the melody? Do you care about punchlines that much where it's like, you need to blow my mind?
No, it's actually all of it. So when I first listen to like a song or an album or anything like that, the first thing I do is I just listen to the song overall. You know, the feel, how does it feel? Does it get me hyped? Does it keep going? You know what I'm saying? Does it keep me attached to it and all that? After that, I'll go back over it, and then I'll listen to like the beats and the production behind it. And then after that, that's when I go with the lyrics, and I'll start actually like listening to what they're saying. Because I'm the same way. Like, I like lyricism. You know what I mean? Right. If you come out with a punchline or a metaphor that makes me think, or it happens, and then later in the song, I'm like, yo, he said this, and that's fire. Like, that makes me go back and listen to the song again, and I want to keep going through it or whatever. So in the car, I'm usually listening to, like, at certain points in time, I'm listening to the same songs over and over again to see how it is on all ends. And then I'll move on to my next body of work.
That's something to say about like if you could listen to a song one playthrough and understand everything that they say, that's good and bad because it's good. Like, say let's compare Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne has some of the best easy punchlines, but he also has some of the best, like, not easy punchlines where you have to listen to it multiple times to really understand what he says.
It's like
real G's move in silence like lasagna. Was one that nobody caught ever the first time. I don't care. No one caught that the first time ever.
Right. Also, you have to know stuff sometimes, but like, you could listen to a Lil Wayne verse and be like, yo, what he said was fire. And also listen to it again and be like, oh, because maybe a few years from now you gain more experience. You learn about stuff.
Oh, no, and that's how it is, too.
And then it's like, oh, now I understand, because maybe he was talking about an air fryer.
An old tracks, right. Old tracks start to make more sense now.
So it's like, it depends. You have to, me, and you know this, I have to listen to things multiple times because maybe I just don't get it. Sometimes if I hear a bar that's like, a lot of times certain rappers don't have fat on their verses. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, like, if they say something, then it means something. But if I don't get it, then now I have to research it because I'm just not understanding.
Like that, remember you talking about that Drink Champs with Game? And he did that Easy song?
My God.
So, yeah, Drink Champs, I listened to this Drink Champ episode with the Game on it. And basically, if you listen to the Kanye and Game song Easy, no one, I don't care what no one says. No one's paying attention to the Game's verse.
Right.
It's plain and simple. No one cares about that verse. Everyone's trying to listen to Kanye say about Pete Davidson and that's all it was. And so I listened to this Drink Champs episode, and
he broke it
the
down.
Game broke down every single bar that he put in that song.
Spitting.
And it was crazy to me
made it
that
a better
I
song.
didn't understand any of that when I listened to it, because it's stuff that he relates to that I don't live in. You know what I mean? I don't live in California, so I'm not understanding what he's saying.
Right.
But when he broke it down, I was like, yeah, he really did that shit. But it's shit like that where you really gotta dig into it sometimes.
Then there raises the question, like, do you make your shit too fucking complicated?
Exactly.
You know how many Eminem songs that people don't fuck with because they just don't get it?
You don't get it, yeah.
Like Eminem, or not even just Eminem, just anybody. It's like they're so talking about shit that maybe the layman doesn't know, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like
mostly Eminem though.
Yeah,
Like,
mostly Eminem. He
have to
does
have
talk
an
about a
extended
lot of. He
vocabulary
has a
to
very
understand
extended
what he's saying.
vocabulary. A lot of shit. It's like I don't know what this means. So it's like, do I put in the energy to look it up? You know,
Yeah.
or do I just say fuck it? He's just talking about
What
weird
was that
shit.
track? There was that track I forgot, but he was talking about Nick Cannon, and he was like, "I'd
Was that the one
I'd
with-
rather get my balls cut off before I lose to you."
That was the one with
And eunuch is like when you get
a eunuch,
is
yeah.
you get your balls
Yeah.
cut off.
That was
And I
the one
like,
with
bro,
Fat Joe,
cold.
right?
Yeah, and I was
Yeah,
like, I
and-
know,
and Mary
know
J.
nobody
Blige,
got that.
yeah.
Yep. Was it like Family Ties or something?
Lord,
like that?
no, it was like Lord Above. Lord Above.
Was it Lord Above?
Yeah, Lord Above, because there's a very religious elements to that. Dre was in there
But
too.
yeah, it's
the
just
rapper
bars
Dre.
like that, bro. Like, a
So
lot
yeah,
of people
yeah.
catch that over. Yeah,
So the shit like that, like how if you don't know it, obviously then it doesn't hit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Doesn't
how do you
hit.
know what a eunuch is?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
But when you talk about the game, we're talking about Eminem and the game.
Mm-hmm.
Recently, they have that fucking the game talking about like in a versus he would
Oh,
kill Eminem.
Go
There ain't
for
no
one
fucking
point.
way. Like I
Well,
said,
he
there's
realized it though as he
He
was
did
going
say-
on. You seen that?
He did no, I didn't see that.
So I watched the whole episode. It's like fucking 3 hours long.
I only
watched
watched
the whole
clips.
thing. And so he says it. He's like, I think I go head to head with with Eminem, blah blah blah, and they're like, I don't think you want to do that. I don't think you want to do it. And they're like, he's like, you don't think I could win? And they're like, I'm just saying, I don't think you want that smoke. And he kind of changed his tone after a little while. They're like, so you would go head to head with him, hit for hit? And he's like, I'm just saying, I think I could stand in there with him, and but he don't want to do
So like
that.
this is the thing. Like I'm a stan. That's I think we could we could
Yeah.
say
Oh,
that.
same. Yeah,
I'm a
same,
stan.
Same.
But I'm also real. Like I know not everything Eminem puts out is not great.
Oh
He
yeah.
puts out a lot of bullshit sometimes,
does.
and a lot of times his features, I hate his features because
They're not
he
good.
he changes a great song and turns it into whatever he wants.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll change the beat, he'll change everything about it, and it's like, did you really have to do that?
Yeah, he
Right.
tries to curate it to someone else's
Right.
someone
Yeah,
else's
yep.
preference versus his own.
So
yeah.
like, I get it. I love Eminem. I think he's great, but there's a lot of shit I don't like about him. But the game, even saying that is ridiculous. It's like, I
It's
mean, we could
tough.
talk about record sales and stuff like
Tough.
that, which really doesn't matter
Yeah,
because
'cause
there's a
I don't
shit
give
ton
a
of
shit about
artists
that,
that
yeah.
are great but don't have the best,
Mm-hmm.
record sales or whatever. But when it comes to someone that's been in the game so long, you have to look at that because it's like this guy's like fucking triple diamond or some shit. Like nobody gets that, and they're on songs that are great.
Right.
You have people that can't write a song like Stan, or can't write a song like fucking If I Had, or can't write these amazing songs that, I think of when I think of Eminem, I think of Lupe Fiasco. You can't write a superstar.
No.
You
Right.
can't write a kick push, a storytelling song like that.
Pursuit of
You
Happiness.
can't write
Right.
a
None
pursuit
of
of a pursuit of happiness. You can't write shit like that. Like there's certain artists that come out here and they write shit that is completely different than everyone else's. They have a different sound. Their content is relatable, but also shows you into their life. Where if you're not from that fucking cloth,
Yeah,
you see, you can,
Yeah.
and they're telling it so you can understand it. A lot of people can't do that. So like when there was that Lupe and Royce the 5'9" beef, I'm like,
right.
Royce the 5'9" is nice.
He's nice,
but he's underground. But he's underground.
He is.
Still
And
underground.
Cuddy's a different animal, and he's got accolades.
Cuddy, I'm talking about Lupe.
Or Lupe. I'm
Lupe.
sorry. Yeah, Lupe.
Lupe is a different animal. You're not gonna get another Lupe. You could get potentially another Royce the 5'9" if he didn't have Eminem and DJ Premier.
But
You know?
hey, his LA Leakers though,
That
freestyle was
fire.
crazy.
Freestyle was
Crazy.
nice.
That,
I always
you
go
talking
back
about
to it.
Royce's?
Yeah,
That
I always go back to it. Yeah,
should sound like Shannon Sharp. That's a
Yeah.
fire song. I know Shannon Sharp because of pop culture. I don't
Right.
watch basketball like that. I don't watch that shit.
But you understand.
But I
it.
understood
You
it.
understood
Skip, you
Yeah,
know, Skip,
you
Shannon
understand
Sharp.
it.
I get it. That was a crazy bar. But, like, you can't, I mean,
and then see
Royce
that, and
doesn't
that's
have
my
the
thing,
catalog
too.
that Lupe
Right,
has.
exactly.
Not
You
even
don't have
close.
the classic albums like that. It doesn't
It's like,
matter.
he could freestyle.
Right.
You know, he's got all that.
Yeah.
But like his actual like bodies of work, I've listened to his albums. I like his albums.
Yeah.
They're not great albums.
The
not great.
Allegory was good.
Right.
Was it a classic album?
No.
I don't know. I don't think so. I would say no.
Now, good album. Don't get me wrong.
Good albums are
Not
good.
a classic.
Yeah.
Not a classic.
There's certain albums that are just the cool, you know?
yeah. Yeah.
Like that's a classic fucking album, man.
And boy, and a freestyle is only gonna get you so far in
A
life.
freestyle.
Freestyles are only gonna get you so
And-
far
and-
in life. They only hold so much value.
And there's things about like that's a written freestyle. It's not like you're not Harry Mack. You guys know who Harry Mack
Harry
is?
Mack,
Yeah,
yeah, he
yeah.
just spits.
There's
he'll go on
off the top of the
online and
head.
just do it,
Harry
yeah.
Mack just did a thing for with Soulja Boy.
Yeah,
Oh. Okay.
Soulja Boy's like, I would like to sign him right now. He's probably not gonna do it because Harry Mack probably makes more money being
Right.
doing his
independent.
own shit. Yeah,
But
I just
you know-
listened to him on No. He was just on No Jumper, and I just
was.
listened to it. Yeah, to him
was
do
it
a
good?
whole
I didn't
interview.
watch it.
It was solid. I mean, it was everything you expect. Him just talking about how he started and just basically how his creative mind process works for freestyling. And like I said, and he says it. He's like, a lot of my it's cut and paste. A lot of it is just repetitive bars, but those are his like throwaway bars. He's like, if I get tongue twisted and I don't know what I'm gonna say, boom, I already got 10,000 bars that I've already said.
Well, you
for
have
every word.
you have
that
also
I've
have
said, you know?
comfort words
Right.
too.
Yeah, and he said he's been hit with every word because he's been doing it so long. So
Yeah.
he's like, I have basically a bar for every word. So if I
Yeah.
can't think of a new one, I can recycle one and no one's really gonna catch it.
Right.
Because
Right.
it's in the middle of a freestyle.
But at the same time, that's masterful freestyling.
Exactly,
when
where you
just
can just
come
think
off
to
off
be
like
able to
top.
remember
Yeah, and just
that you've
cut-
said
yeah.
something about
For
that
every-
before.
to
for
make
every
it
word.
fit in
Yeah.
your rhyme scheme like that, like yeah.
That's
you're
why,
good.
like, we were talking about the Juice doc. Juice World
Yeah.
is one of, besides Harry Mack, who's a god. Bow down real quick. If you don't know Harry Mack, fucking figure it out. Harry Mack's one of the best, off the top of the head stylers that has ever lived.
Yeah, do a quick YouTube. You'll
Quick
figure it out.
YouTube, you'll figure it out.
Look 'em up.
You know, look at Omegle Bars 1. Who cares? But Juice is a dope fucking freestyler.
Juice was
He
different.
did those Westwood?
Westwood. Tim Westwood. Yep.
Tim Westwood freestyles over Eminem beats.
Mm-hmm.
He's done like 3 of them were hour long of him just rapping, and obviously you could tell it's off of the dome because
you could tell he punches in.
he fucks up,
Mm-hmm.
and he'll be like, oh, he'll say something wrong, and they'll keep going, and then he'll bring it back though.
Yeah, and when he adds like random ad libs that make it make sense.
Yeah,
so you
yeah,
hear him, he
right.
adds a in between stuff, so
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can kind of grasp
give
what
him
he's
a
trying to
little
say.
second.
Yeah.
But that's like because we just did a podcast where I was trying to freestyle. It's hard to think and talk at the same time. To think
Mhm.
about the next sentence in your head while you're
Beforehand.
saying something is it
That takes.
that's talent.
That's a high
you
level
can't,
skill
I
you
mean,
need.
you
Yeah.
could probably work at it.
You
know?
can. You can.
You could work at
Yeah.
it, but if you don't have that natural talent where you could just say shit, and I feel like some people have that natural talent, but other people have to work harder at it.
Mhm.
And sometimes it's both. It's a mix of both, where you have that natural talent, but also you work hard at it. It's fucking hard.
See, and there's a lot of rappers too that I hear, I go in the studio and I just punch in. I don't write anything.
Punching is different though. I feel like it's good.
Yeah.
Like Denzel Curry, I think Lil Wayne kind of punches in.
And
Jay-Z.
The thing with them
Lately,
is that
I keep
they
hearing
just, They just memorize the things they say.
Right,
It's
right,
that,
right.
You know
but
what I mean?
there's a lot of like just random ass people that I hear, and sometimes it makes sense. Like I just listened to a pod with 2 Chainz on it, and it made sense because I'm like, I like 2 Chainz just because I like the he could get you hyped up, he
Right.
could get you going.
He'll take a beat. He
But,
knows
but
how
you
to ride that
can
beat to keep
you can also listen to 2 Chainz and he just says a bunch of bullshit
But-
on the
but-
track,
but-
and
but-
you're like, okay, he probably just punched in and made that shit.
Right,
up.
Right.
But real quick, with freestyles and all that, it's hard as fuck. And like you get all these rappers that go up there and they pick their. We know You go on LA Leakers, you go on Hot 97. Their beats are selected, So we kind of, as fans, go through it like, oh, this is hot. J. Cole's was hot. Cordae's was hot.
Sean's was hot.
But they pick
Sean's
if they
was
do
hot.
more than one beat. It's not the 5 Fingers of Death from Sway, right?
That shit's so
That's
hard. That
for
shit's so
sure.
hard. Yeah.
You don't know what's happening.
Hey, shout out Logic for the 5 Fingers of Death.
Shout out
though.
Justina Valentine. for doing the
Shout out
Fingers of
fucking.
Stop it. Stop it.
Shout out fucking Shia LaBeouf. Yeah. Shout out John Bellion. He did that too.
Yeah.
But like,
Shout out Ice JJ Fish.
Oh God.
Oh God.
God.
Oh God.
but it's like there's freestyles off the top of the dome. Then there's like written freestyles. It's still a freestyle because it's a written, and you're doing it just for this
Hey,
segment.
like I said though, Logic does do that too though, where he can go off if you tell
Logic
him
can
something.
just go and go and go.
He does the same thing because what he does is like he'll give you his bars or whatever. And then he'll revert back to that, like, oh yeah, this is off the top of the dome, and that gives him his time to think.
Right.
And then he goes into the next
So
bar.
look, this is the thing. Yeah, I know.
I
you
like,
guys-
I
you
like,
guys say-
I
Speak
like,
on it.
I love it.
I love Logic.
I
I
So
don't
speak
love
on it.
Logic.
I know. That's
dude.
why I keep bringing him up because every
I
time
don't
see
love
him,
Logic.
why not though?
I think he repeats himself a lot. I think he has like yes, I said it again, then I said it again. Like he repeats that bar to fill space in a verse where he could have said something else, but he didn't.
But I feel like he feels it correctly with that, because like I said, with Juice, you
Because-
might get like a or like a random noise.
Yeah,
he
but when
kind
I'm-
of feels it where it flows
Yeah.
with his track as he's going with
But
it.
when I look at someone like JID that does the same thing,
there you
but
go.
differently. If Logic's like, yeah, I got the automatic flow. It's automatic. I got the automatic flow. It's the automatic. But JID
But
does
he
something
could
like,
spit.
I did it again, and then I did it. But it's different. For some reason, it hits different.
That boy
Yeah, that boy could spit.
That
It's-
Why
boy
does
it's
it
different. He
hit?
could
So
spit.
tell me, why does it hit
his
different?
rhyme schemes.
It's
all
just
that, he
his
could
flow,
flip
his pattern.
flow, and
Yeah,
all
he could
that
speed it
can
up,
do
slow
all
it
that.
down, everything.
Yeah.
Even
I just-
even did you listen to Confessions of a Dangerous Mind?
No, you didn't.
No,
I'm sure
I
you
don't
did
know
it.
if
I'm
you did.
sure you
Is that
did.
Logic?
You did it.
Yes.
Yes.
No, sorry.
Yes.
And I like that he goes with like a theme.
I have homework.
All his,
I have
all
homework.
his albums
he goes
are
with
themes and all
themes.
that.
We'll do we're gonna do this again. I'm gonna go through the homework that I get, and maybe I'll come back with a
Listen
different
to-
view.
Listen to Confessions of a Dangerous Mind.
Confessions
Yeah,
of
I-
And
Dangerous
after
Mind.
you're flipped over, go to all his Young Sinatra mixtapes.
Yeah, because he
Okay.
just finished the last Young Sinatra. Yeah.
Listen, I don't hate Logic.
It
I
sounds,
just-
you
I-
sound like you're hating it.
I'm not
Sounds
the
like you hate
biggest
it.
fan. A lot of stuff I've heard just didn't blow me away. I'm sorry.
So,
You don't
okay.
have to blow me away, but it just wasn't as good as I thought it
Not
should
not
be.
freestyle related, but how do you feel about my boy Childish Gambino?
I like Childish, but
Creative
he's an acquired
genius.
taste as
Creative
well.
genius.
Childish
Yeah.
Gambino is more like
Fire.
he's
Thank you, Phil.
he's an artist. He makes crazy it's the whole thing.
It's
Yeah.
a package.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a
It's the
package,
whole
like we
thing.
said with
That's how it
Tyler.
is.
It's a
With,
package.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like his Because the Internet album, which is his best album ever.
Okay.
But it was tied in with a screenplay. If you really were deep into it, like you had to literally go on the internet. He taught you hacking and all that. You'd get this little flash drive and it
No
unlocked.
shit.
So what he did with that was there was a password that he had in the album, right? And if you were to get this flash drive, if you ordered the album early enough, it'll give you a file to a acapella. And then he dropped that Kawhi mixtape with DJ Drama or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then you take on the last song, you take this instrumental and you put it over that last song and it fills in the gaps that weren't doing anything in the actual album, whatever. Like that's how deep he looks at all
my
this.
God, that's crazy.
It's all a
That's
concept.
so
and
much.
all that.
Yeah.
And then that whole album too, like it was relatable. Like whatever walk of life you're from, like you can relate to anything he was saying in that and all that. Like it didn't
Right.
matter where you're from, how you grew up, if you were rich, you were poor, anything like that. Like
Okay.
that's what he does. That's why he's one of my favorite artists.
Well, and that's why a lot of people related to the "This Is America"
Yeah.
video
Yep.
because it made sense with what was going on at the times.
Mm-hmm.
It filled in gaps of like a little bit of history, everything else.
And the video alone, like
Yeah, and the video
just
itself
made
sells
sense.
it by itself.
Yeah, there were so many drops of like the history of racism dropped
Mhm.
throughout
Yeah.
the video that were just
Or
like,
even when remember when
everything from the
when he
faces
shot dude.
made.
when he shot dude
Right in the
and all
beginning,
that.
yeah.
And then everybody just started dancing, so nobody cares about what just happened with this person dying. Look at these TikToks we're making. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like that.
Yeah. I get. All right, I get it.
It's like
Yeah.
subliminals, but it's also
Right.
Yeah.
but it's
And
it's just
if you
him being
peep some of the
creative.
faces he was making too, he was resembling some of the posters
Mhm.
that
Yeah.
the white supremacy had drawn up to mimic the black guy and to put him down.
Mhm.
Really?
You know,
I'm
yeah, and just
surprised
give
you know
everything in
so
the
much,
faces.
Phil.
He's a
Producer
cultured
Phil.
man. He's cultured.
It's Redbone, man.
All right, real quick, we're gonna move on. But before we move on to the next topic, let's rate this beer. Octopi Brewing Galaxy India Pale Ale. It's 5.5%. What do you guys think? 1 through 5 with decimal points, if you feel like it. If you think it's a solid 4, you can say that. If you think it's a 4.1 or 3.9, that's even better. I like to get more specific, but if you don't want to, do whatever you want.
1 out of 5.
3.1.
I give mine like
Phil, wait,
Phil
wait,
first?
wait.
Yeah, Phil, let's
Wait,
go.
You
Let's
said
go.
what?
3.1.
3.1. Why?
Why? I like it. I just don't love it. Would I drink it if it was there? Yeah. But
Mhm.
would I go out and buy it? Probably not.
Okay.
I'm not too big on the sweet here too, and I
It's-
also didn't get the pastry that you were talking about.
You didn't.
Yeah, they were
Nobody
no-
got that.
I got
No
the
pastry in
sweet.
that.
from
Well, I am a.
berries.
Hey,
little
listen.
flavor
I am a
fruit.
chef. I do know more flavors, so I understand that my palate's a little more extensive
he
than
asked
you
if
guys'.
we put mint in the
Relax.
turkey last year. on
Yeah,
Easter.
I do remember that.
I did.
remember that.
I had a mint, a
Puts
hint of
in
mint.
turkey.
Why?
You tell me.
Tony's
Wait,
palate
what-
is mid as fuck.
What were the other
Trash.
flavors that complemented that mint?
Gravy?
There weren't any.
Gravy?
That's it. No, you had
Gravy's not
mint
a
for no
flavor.
reason. You had
Hey,
mint for no
listen.
reason.
I'm just telling you what I tasted. I didn't make the fucking turkey. It's not my fault they put mint in it.
Can you be colorblind in taste buds?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
Tony.
That's Tony.
Get the fuck out of here.
What'd you think about this beer, City?
For me, I'm in the 3 range too, but I'll give it a little higher than a 3.5, so I'll go like 3.6. It's just
Yeah.
the sweetness probably was a bit much. Like if you were to repeatedly drink it, like I had one, cool.
Yeah.
I like the beer. If I kept drinking them, my rating would drop.
Okay.
And then also after not drinking the beer for a while, whatever. Now that it's still coated like on my palate and whatever, I don't like that aftertaste that it's giving me.
Really?
Yeah, I agree.
I agree with that.
I disagree.
It's just like
Yeah.
because I like the strong hoppy. I like
too.
that, but it's I don't know. It's weird because if it's bitter, then it's cool. I'm with that.
Yeah.
But it
That's
has
me
that
too.
weird that high sweetness with that bitter at the same time, which
Yeah.
kind of doesn't make sense. But when it coats your tongue and you're sitting here after a while, I don't like it.
Okay, Gilbert. We just go in order.
I'm not a big fan of the sweetness. I like super like bitter hoppy beers. So me is probably a 2.6.
No shit.
Like I said, if someone gave it to me, I'm gonna drink it every time for sure. It's
Yeah,
not
for sure.
a bad beer.
Yeah.
But
I'll
I would
turn it
never
down.
purchase this.
I'll
I would
turn it
never.
down, but it's not a buy.
Yeah, I would
Okay.
never buy this.
I'm giving it a dude. I'm giving it a 3.8. I really like this beer. I think the sweetness is dope. I think the aftertaste. I'm gonna stick with my fucking original statement. It's got a pastry taste to it. When I breathe it out, I'm getting like blueberry cheesecake.
Where are you
I'm
getting
getting a
these
blueberry.
baked goods
I'm
from?
getting a blueberry cheesecake
Your
taste.
mouth has a yeast infection.
It's got to.
I did eat ass last night, so but I didn't brush
Shout
my
out Jax.
teeth. I didn't brush my
Shout out
teeth. Shout out
Jax.
Jax.
Shout out Jax.
Yeah, yeah, girl.
So,
But-
wait, what are you guys sipping on now?
This so yeah, I'm giving it 3.8. This is called Resin Six Point Brewery. Yeah, beer is culture. It says it's 9.1, which is a huge jump from the 5.5.
Oh yeah, definitely strong.
And
2 of these will smack you.
103 IBUs, which I'm gonna guess it's gonna be very
Pretty
hoppy
bitter
and
and
bitter.
hoppy.
No,
Might
see,
not allow
with
to
the higher
try
the
that
higher the higher the IBU, the less you taste the alcohol.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
more a little bitter.
Yeah, so
So-
you get more bitterness and all that.
And it has 9.5 SRM, which I've never seen on a can. What's SRM mean? We should look that up. Phil, can
Jamie?
you Google that for us, Jamie?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can I
come
have
on,
a
Jamie.
beer?
SRM.
Can you have one?
Oh yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
pay
here.
me.
You can have mine.
Come over here.
Oh, dude, I don't know if I could take that.
Let's see.
Okay.
Look, here's my thing. Resin. I don't even need to taste it.
I'm-
Whatever.
I'm-
I'll rate it right now.
I'm thinking-
1 out of 5.
I'll tell you
10.
right now.
I love
I'm
this beer.
thinking
I love
like
this beer.
danky, very danky.
Not danky.
No,
It just
Is it danky,
smacks you.
Gilbert?
It hits.
It-
It's just a strong,
it's-
sharp.
It's not super danky, but it does have a little hoppy dankiness to it. But
it's just
it's got that nice
hop.
punch. It's got that nice punch to it.
So seeds, no stems, or what?
Seeds, no stems.
Seeds, no stems.
Yeah. Like you're
You know what I'm saying?
sipping on a mid pack.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that ain't no dro, but you know.
No, yeah.
No,
It's
they
that-
make another one.
It's clean Reggie.
There's no za. No za.
Now they
za.
make another one called High Res. It's the same can, whatever, but it's all yellow, like golden almost or whatever.
Yeah.
That's your za.
That's a Zaza.
That's that Zaza. That's that Zaza.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Straight
I
out the
fuck with that.
dispensary.
This is.
I already gave my rating.
I'll be right now. It's 9.9%. Doesn't taste like it.
Nah, yeah, this will get you in trouble.
Shout out
This will easily get you in
IBUs.
trouble.
Shout out IBUs.
Doesn't taste like it. I put that in my ass.
Shout out Jackie for the 6
Shout out
pack.
Jackie. Shout out Jackie for the 6-pack. Shout out
Jake
other
Quellen
Jackie for
For the butthole.
for the
the butthole.
butthole.
You know what I'm saying? The good old peach emoji.
So let's move on from our topic of freestyles.
I got a topic.
Oh, let's go. What do you got?
What do you feel about an overall summary of Kanye and what's going on with Ye?
I'm
Documentary, Pete Davidson,
Just gonna
Kim K,
pull my chain.
Yeah.
down right
his Donda
no,
2, his live performance,
You see
anything about it.
You see these
City's
coming,
got 17 Kanye chains on.
Listen,
His neck is turning green, but they're still Kanye chains.
listen. I'll start it off since I feel like maybe I have a different taste than you two, but we have a similar taste in other stuff.
Mhm.
Right.
Donda 2 was better than Donda 1.
I agree.
Yes.
I agree.
Kanye needs to rein it in on his gangsterness, because you're not that gangster guy.
You're not
maybe
that guy, pal.
You're not that guy, pal. Right? In this day and age, the shit he's saying maybe sounds cool, but like you're not gonna do that. The believability of it is falling flat. Of him like hating Pete Davidson and saying he's gonna do this and that to him. Kanye West is, to me, when I was younger, was a rapper. Now
He is a rapper.
he's more of a producer and a genius of sounds. You know what I'm saying?
He knows how to give the people what they
He
want.
really knows how to do it the way where it's supposed to be done. But
And
he's not surprising me in
Right.
any way. He's not blowing me away. He just, that's fire. Like, it's a Kanye. This track is made by Kanye.
it's a Kanye
I could
track,
hear
yeah.
things like you hear it, and it's like, that weird. There's weird stuff he puts in music, where it's like, that's Kanye. If anybody else was if this was anybody else's song, but then Kanye made that beat or just produced it, I would know that's Kanye. You know.
Yeah.
I will say that on his last shit, he's rapped better than he's rapped in a
years,
long
in
time.
years.
Right.
Kanye used to rap a lot better.
Yeah, definitely.
But a lot like
There-
shit got me
look at
excited.
College Dropout.
You can be too creative.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
Yes.
College Dropout is timeless. That
Oh,
shit,
yeah.
that
Of
shit's
course.
gonna be
Forever.
timeless forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
But-
The documentary, after listening to that, I definitely
It-
went
it
back
did.
and
Right.
listened to.
Yeah.
I literally listened from the first College Dropout all the way through his whole catalog. Like,
Exactly.
that's what that documentary made me do. And every time that I listened to the new album or whatever, it reminded me at what point in time in my life I was and all that.
Yeah.
It made me remember
Exactly.
the good, the bad, all that.
Because
or whatever.
timeless.
But he can do
He's-
that.
He's a
yeah.
timeless rapper.
He can
It-
do
it
that,
can
yeah.
go over time. And my quick summary, I guess, of Kanye for me, I think Kanye is again another Childish Gambino, Tyler Creator style situation where he's kind of, you either are all in or you're all out kind of thing. I mean, you can like
Exactly.
Kanye, you can be a Kanye, just listen to him here and there, like some of the shit he's saying. But I think if you really want to appreciate Kanye, you got to be all in.
Have
You
to
gotta
be
look
all
at
in.
it.
You have to
You gotta-
understand the
yeah.
art.
You got to understand the art, and that's what it is. It's his creativity is next level. So you got to look at his listening parties where he's got the house burning. He's got he shows the house before, he shows the house burning.
Everything's
He's in the
symbolic.
water. When he did the Neon Lights tour, when he did the Yeezus tour,
Mm-hmm.
everything's like it's an all in thing. It's you got to understand why he's doing it, the reason behind it, and like I said, the documentary kind of helped kind of reel all that in,
Just
where
kind
you
of
kind of
shine some light on that
Right.
stuff.
and it's called genius, and you kind of understand his genius after watching that. Like I said, Kanye, I think he's off the fucking rails. He's a nutcase right now.
yeah,
but that
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
take away from
Doesn't mean you can't
the music.
Yeah.
Right.
From the music
Yeah.
and the product. And watching Genius, like I said, that just it took it to a whole different. Because I already thought he was a creative genius. It
Yeah.
is what it is, you know.
Right.
But when you watch that, you understand it. You see it, and you're like, "Damn, this dude was different."
Yeah.
Because he saw his own vision before anybody gave a fuck.
Way
like
before
anybody
else.
cared, his vision was already set.
So I
and it
have
was
a
already
question. Like, is his downfall being too in touch with reality that he's so far out of it, or is it just that he's not in touch with reality that he's not in it at all?
My take on that is, look at us, right?
Yeah.
Regular people.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have much to worry about. Whatever we go on through our day, we can do whatever we want. We let whoever in our circle and all that. Imagine being one of the biggest stars in the universe, right?
Yeah.
You have no privacy, nothing like that. Everything you do is just caught by like the human eye and everything like that or whatever. And you can deal with it for just so long that you start to lose touch of like what actual reality is. You know what I mean? Like now you got to do everything that
Yeah.
you know every movie doing. So he's a businessman. Every movie makes everything he says.
Strategic.
It's for a reason. And
Strategic. Everything he does is
All that.
strategic.
It's all those so like.
So if you're Kanye,
But you
go
notice
ahead,
too
go ahead.
also, you know, like yeah, Kanye had his moments, right? Like the whole George Bush don't like black people and all that other shit, whatever.
Taylor
But
Swift,
when the
Beyonce
world,
shit.
when the world switched to like digital and everything like that, where everything was streams and views and likes and all that, that crazy kicked up. And he's like, yo, you're telling me if I can just say what's on my mind instead of holding it back and wild out and whatever and all that,
Yeah.
it's still going to make my business boom. Everyone's going to go to my page, my YouTube, my
I get
Twitter,
noticed,
my
I
shit
get
like that
paid.
or whatever.
but
I get
how
paid.
far is
Yeah.
too far?
He reached too far.
If you're Kanye and you understand this and you see from a business point, if I do this, good and bad publicity,
Right.
it doesn't matter, right?
And then
it
it's
doesn't
all-
matter.
I don't think it does. I think
doesn't matter.
any publicity is
Any
good publicity
publicity
at
is
this
good
point for
publicity,
him.
yeah.
So, but it does in the sense where the hood's not gonna fuck with you for some reason.
But he don't
do you
need
care
the hood to
because-
fuck with him.
Yeah, he doesn't.
He don't
need
need the
that.
hood to fuck
Where's
with
he
him.
at?
But
He doesn't need that.
As a person, morally, that's the thing. It's like in my heart, do I care if the people from my block, you know, if the realness, if the real hip hop people fuck with me,
If it was really about like your hood and all that, like remember Kanye reps Chicago crazy, right?
Right.
I mean, he was on the west side. I grew up on the south side, whatever. But I'm still like Kanye crazy and all that. He was born in Atlanta. How often does he talk about Atlanta?
Never.
Right.
So he doesn't care if the hood doesn't fuck with him or shit like that. He doesn't need that. But he's just, you know, repping where he was raised from and all that. But now, like, he's so big that it's like,
My thing is, do you need the hood?
You
Do you
don't.
need the hood?
No,
I mean, because
no.
who's paying you? Do you
You
need
don't,
the hood?
but-
Because the broke dude in the hood
Yeah.
isn't paying for his fucking Yeezys. You
let
know, like
me take a step back to
I don't know.
Lupe, where Lupe organized shit to clean up Chicago, and he helps out and donates stuff like that. It's a moral thing. It's like,
Right.
do I need you to push me higher?
well, that's what he's doing with the whole
But
Donda,
do
the whole
I-
Donda movement,
But
too.
then do
Donda's
I need
house,
do
all
you
about
need
Chicago.
me to help you? It's like I'm an artist. I grew up in this shit. Do I care about where I came from? It doesn't. Honestly, sometimes who gives a fuck
cares?
about where you
Yeah,
came from?
exactly.
But also, you could flip it and say, you know what? This is my environment. Let me take care of people where I came from.
Right.
It's a difference between like Lupe, who's organized things to help clean up the streets and help homeless people and help children and stuff in Chicago.
yeah.
But
And
at
then
the same time,
the
bigger your
who
name
gives a
is,
fuck about Chicago?
Right.
You know,
That's my
the
thing.
bigger
it's
your
like-
name is, the more people you can help.
When
though.
it depends,
Right.
it depends to
But are
on your
you?
mindset. It depends on your mindset though, because realistically, none of us are rich. I mean,
Yeah.
none of us are rich.
Right.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's would you rather be rich or would you rather fucking help 600 people in Hammond? Realistically, I mean, be a real human.
I guess it depends on if you care more about being rich or more about
because
the afterlife. I mean,
like I said,
you know,
because
your karma.
to me, it's
That's where I'm at now.
it's to get rich first
Yeah,
and figure it out later.
Yeah.
If you want to help, you know, and then you can help.
but if there is no later, it's
Right.
you're banking on the
Well,
fact
see, and
that
that's
like,
what
you
it is.
have enough time
It's
to
a hope.
figure it out.
It's
Right.
a hope.
It's a hope.
So when
it's a-
Kanye did like he was on Trump's side and stuff, a lot of people hated him for it.
They hated him, but
But
he used-
was it a
and then
publicity
he
stunt?
fin-
It was.
It
You
was,
know,
and
he's
he used
strategic.
that, and he used that
But
to get to where
His
to
advantage.
get what he needed.
But all the people that still don't fuck with you because of it, like,
But at the end of the
does
day,
it help
does Kanye
does
need
it help
the
your
same
record sales? Probably not. But does it help your street cred?
That's what I'm
Who
saying.
cares?
But at the end of
Because
the
you're
day,
LA now.
like,
who gives a fuck about street cred when you're
let's
a
say,
billionaire? Who gives a fuck about street
and
cred?
however many people
Realistically,
don't like
True.
him, however many people don't like him, how many people still do like him?
But
You know what I mean?
especially when you're a famous person, your legacy will live on, and if the people don't create and keep talking about that legacy, literally your 25, 45, 55 years of life is a blip in the grand scheme of things.
but you
And
got
Kanye's already
and
made his name a staple in multiple platforms.
Well, and besides
But
that, I mean,
as-
you got to think about legacy. I mean, at the end of the day, and everyone has a different mindset. At the end of the day, what is your legacy after you stop rapping? What's your legacy?
you know
your
how-
funds, your increments, your
Exact-
money.
but
I mean,
let's just
record
talk about. We're
sales,
talking about
plaques.
rap. Some of the best rappers, KRS-One. You could ask any person under the age of 26 or 25, maybe.
They don't know who the fuck
They
that
don't know
is.
who that is.
That's what I'm saying. They don't know who the fuck that is.
But maybe if he did things like Kanye, skyrocketed himself into fame,
Right.
he would be more well known. He's not,
And he's still.
but he's still one of the grandfathers, one of the
we
the
wouldn't have a
best
lot of our
rappers
today's artists
in
if
the
it wasn't
world.
for Ye.
like real hip hop heads know.
Hey, if it wasn't for
KRS-One,
shit, if it
people know
wasn't
this.
for what's the album? The 808s, we wouldn't have Drake.
Yeah,
And Drake's got this generation by the neck.
yeah,
Yeah, he got us in the chokehold.
But it
Everybody.
would
Hey,
never.
Drake
it would
could
never, it would-
Drake. Let's talk
can't do
about
no
Drake
wrong.
real
He
quick.
can't do no
Drake
wrong.
could lose 1,000 battles, beefs,
Yeah.
hip hop beefs.
and people still love
And
him.
it don't
Wouldn't
matter.
matter.
It
No,
don't matter.
nobody cares.
Is it because it's the internet?
Yeah, and he doesn't miss.
He don't miss. Yeah,
He
every
don't
album
miss.
he's never
People
missed.
care less about if you lose a battle.
Even his
that,
tracks,
you know?
his tracks that
Hey,
aren't
fuck
that
with Drake.
popular, are still fire.
Cause I listen to Drake sing. I listen to him rap.
Do you
I
guys
listen
like
to him
drill?
talk. It don't matter.
You like Drilly Drake?
Really, Drake is fire.
Drilly
It's
Drake-
fire.
Drilly Drake-
Drilly Drake,
Drilly Drake is
Hey,
fire. Drake
but-
don't miss. He could
but-
do anything.
Hey, let Drake say
do
ting
anything.
one time.
Hey,
I'm
and it's
with
a
it.
track. It's a hit.
But, hey,
Automatically.
It's a hit.
Kanye on the drill beat though, he figured it out.
Yeah.
He
That's
figured
what I'm
it
saying. It's
out. He figured that shit
I,
out.
I
Drake-
love this new drill, like, because it's all about history. The UK used to talk like Americans.
Yep.
They used to try and rap like Americans.
And say
And
bruv.
eventually they found their voice. They made their drill beats, their grime, UK
Shout out
grime.
Stormzy, startup Stormzy.
Shout out Stormzy. Shout out fucking Wiley.
Bro.
Shout out all of them. They made their own shit and they had their own drill, and now Americans are copying
taking
off
that,
of them.
yeah.
well, yeah. Because I mean,
'Cause
Chicago.
it's
It started
hot.
with Chicago. It
Yes.
started with your Chief Keefs. It started with your. It started with
slowly
that
became
drill rap.
more
Yeah.
The
drill.
Reese. It started with all of
And
them.
now we're copying off the people that copied off
Yeah.
us.
Now you got New York drill.
and now you have hit
And
the
then
wall.
New York
and then,
drill.
and then
New York drill.
And then the thing is too, like since we're talking about Drake and whatever, it's all like he'll see that and he'll like
Drake's
introduce
a
it.
genius.
He'll be like, all right,
he's
bro,
a
we're gonna
genius
use my name to do this.
in music because he knows,
He knows
what's
how to bring
hot.
He knows
next.
what's yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna make that shit work.
Is Drake a millennial? He's an older millennial.
If I had to
older.
guess,
Yeah.
he's
He's the
probably
elder
early
millennial.
30s. Yeah,
He's
probably.
He's 1 year older than I am.
Okay, so he's a millennial.
Yeah.
But there's a thing that's smart about millennials where a millennial that understands Gen Z,
Mm-hmm.
you could kill it. Because you're
Right.
going to get millennials and you're also
Well, and
going to
that's
get the
the thing,
Gen Z.
too.
Because Gen Z loves supporting people. They love the
Exactly.
support.
And one thing that I
Millennials, we're a
heard,
little more like, you
one
know.
thing I heard, and I'm not sure if it's true or not, but they're saying that like the music we get today was already made like 10 years ago. Like they're so
That's
ahead
tough.
of the time, and they're back like they're like, hey, we're gonna let this out right here. We're gonna let this out right here.
Statistically,
If people let shit marinate,
and
let
then
it
halfway through, they'll start introducing that other like flow or the new thing
Yeah.
and stuff like that, and then they'll let out the rest of the music.
Well,
they have
if
while
you
they're
look
still
through
creating
the
new
history
stuff.
of like music, how many sounds came out back in the day that weren't ready for their time?
right?
Mm-hmm.
But then
If you go
you
back
hear it
now,
now,
nuts.
people say, "Oh, they're ahead of their time now." They were ahead of their time, like
Well, that's how
shit like that. It's like, oh,
back
that,
in the day, that's how Yeezus was.
yeah.
All them weird sounds and things like that, whatever. When it first dropped, everybody was like, "What the hell is this?"
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're even talking
Sleepers.
even older than that. You could talk
Sleepers.
about. I mean, I have this Wu-Tang shirt on. I fuck with
Yeah,
Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang was doing
Bro,
some different shit at the time.
way
RZA was
ahead of the
coming
time.
with different beats than anybody was doing at that time. He was making his own shit, his own new sound, everything. And then you introduce all your people. You got Method. You got everybody. ODB.
You got-
Yeah.
everybody coming out there. You
You know what I'm
got
ODB.
RZA
Let's
himself.
let's
Yo.
talk about Project Pat.
And ODB had a whole different sound to
shout out
himself.
shout out the Wonder Woman arm, Ghostface.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who
Ghost.
Then there's you have artists like Project Pat that nobody could
It's a
who
different
could
sound.
recreate
Right, yeah.
a sound like that?
Project
And all
Paul,
they- all they can
who
do
could
is sample.
recreate that type of shit?
Nobody
do is
sounds like
sample.
very
ODB.
hard.
Nobody will ever come like ODB did with that
No.
sound and
That
the way his
those
the
type
way
of
he
things
spit,
are
his
so
mush
like,
mouth.
but they're timeless. Where you could do it right. Like if someone tries to do it right now, people are like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah, right.
It's so cool. Like, bitch, this has been done.
Yeah, we
10,
already heard this.
20,
We
15
already heard
years
this,
ago.
yeah.
Another
like-
flow that I was just telling you the other day
Different
that's timeless
flows?
to me is ASAP Rocky.
Oh, we
ASAP
were talking
Rocky
about that,
introduced a completely different sound
On that
first
Oh,
on that the new Nego.
Nego.
Yeah.
So you sent me that Nego. He asked me about
Thank
it.
you for listening.
Yes. And I listened to it. I was like, "Who is Nego? I don't know who Nego is." I had a YouTube
I
that
know
I was like,
Nego.
I
"Am I
know
listening
Nego.
to the?" I was like, "Am I listening to the right track?" You know,
Right.
because there was like Nego, this, that. I'm like, I just listened to the ASAP Rocky Tyler one. Right.
Oh, the first
Nego
freestyle
is
right
the-
at
one
the
that came
beginning?
up.
Yeah.
Nego is the creator of Bape, just in case
Bape.
Yeah,
anyone
in
was
case no one knows
inquiring.
that.
Babe. And
Shout
he's
out Nego.
Asian.
Shout out Nego.
Yes.
That's crazy. Shout out, hey, first of all, shout out to Asians. If you don't know, Asians, or if you go to Japan, being a cholo is fucking hot out there. They've taken, if you look it up, they've taken over the cholo fucking brand.
Okay.
Like
y'all
they
trying
dress,
to,
they dress it like cholos and
y'all
shit.
trying to buy some flannels and take a flight real quick?
I'm telling you, they're always ahead. They're ahead, but also they
Behind. They recreate
they retro
old styles.
shit.
Yeah,
they're very
recreate
good
old
at
shit.
retroing things
Right.
because retro is a different topic. Like like say a retro flow is a flow that was used in like say because retro's not just old school. Retro's like, oh, this is old school, but it's cooler now. You know what I'm saying? Like the retros,
It's timeless.
You know, so
It's-
yeah,
it's
you know,
Jordans
someone,
or-
It's timeless.
it's
someone who
timeless.
stuck to their flow and then like will drop little bits here and there and all that. Shout
Yep.
out Luda.
Ludacris.
Luda will drop a new
Ludacris-
track using his same flow
Yeah.
that he used back in the
Ludacris
day,
is
and
one
it's
of the
still fire.
To me,
It's
one of the
still fire.
most underrated rappers
Oh,
ever. Obviously,
yeah.
he had
Well-
hits. He's known, but to me, he was never.
I think
never,
the thing is
never
because
hit like that.
people can't. It's so hard to create new flows when you come with a old retro one.
Right.
Because you could come with old flows, doesn't mean it's retro. There's a difference. Having an old school flow and having like a
And I'm
retro
just saying,
flow.
he's just sticking to him. He's
Yeah.
stuck to like what he
never
did,
changed,
and
yeah.
he'll bring it back and
Especially
like
'cause there's-
still bars.
It's hard for people, especially rappers. You can't just mimic Luda.
No,
You can't just mimic Outkast.
No.
You can't just. You could try,
Another one
but
that fits in there is T.I. to me. T.I. will always come with this. Granted, T.I.'s T.I., but T.I. will always come with the same.
T.I. has
Flow
they
the
have
same.
sounds.
I fell
Yeah.
off of T.I. after the King album. That was it.
Yeah,
King album was it for me.
But yeah, but it's not saying like that's not saying that Ti can't come back with something that's hot. Like he
Yeah.
can with his own style. You know what I'm saying?
True. But now
It's-
I feel like he fell so much into
We also
like
have
the
to
meme
give-
world.
Yeah.
Where like now he starts
I
using
mean,
these extra
T.I. has
words.
He's a
said some
comedian.
crazy
He's
shit.
doing
Have to.
stand-up comedy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He is.
He's
I
doing
seen him.
stand-up
He was at
comedy now.
Laugh Factory or the Comedy
Like 2
Store
days
like
ago,
a
yeah.
couple days ago. But it's how do you say it? Like
But I feel like
especially
he-
rappers like
I feel like he introduced a southern flow though.
right.
What
Yeah,
that
he
southern
bringed it out.
southern flow.
Yeah, just
When
the
he's
same
wearing
way.
his hat cocked on his ear and
Yeah,
shit.
the
That
same
was
way
different.
Griselda has introduced that old school like New
Yeah.
York
Mhm.
gangster fucking bullshit flow.
They're
like,
coming
not
back
bullshit,
with like a
bad, but like
they're
it's
coming back to me with
crazy.
like a Wu-Tang-ish kind of style. You know what I mean? It's that
Yeah.
New York. It's
I'll,
it's that different feel to
How
it.
you guys feel about Run the Jewels?
fire.
Run the Jewels is
Fire.
cool. Run the
Fire.
Jewels is cool.
So this is the thing I did. I was asleep. I slept. I was asleep. I'm woke now. Run the Jewels is fire.
Hey, and actually, you know, they have a brew. I was in Chicago and they did a Run the Jewels collab, and it was like a nitro stout. Amazing. It was amazing. Actually, if I could find it, I'm gonna bring it. That's gonna be on our next episode that we're on here.
We'll be there. I'll bring some heat too.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Next time when what are we gonna call this segment? Phil, do you have any?
No.
Think about it. The hip hop
I
heads.
didn't
Run
even
the
know this
Brews.
was happening
I
until
know.
like last
Run the
Yeah.
brews.
Run the brews.
Run the brews.
Run the brews. You like it?
Okay.
All right.
there
Producer
we go.
Phil likes it. Run the brews. We'll call it a special episode. This might happen every other week. Might happen once a month. Might happen every other month. Who knows? But Run the Jewels is fire. I just started looking into them because of I watch a lot of reaction channels. I'm
Right.
trying to start up a reaction channel where I listen to music, blind listen. I won't like obviously listen to it beforehand. But
What's the
Run the
what's
Jewels
the
is
reaction
one.
page? It's the two dudes, the twins.
Oh,
Some-
Law
some-
Twins.
The Law
The Law
Twins.
Twins.
You dig?
You did, yeah. Law
They're-
Twins
they're
are
my
cool.
favorite.
They're huge.
They're my favorite, but at the same time, when they're listening to a song, they miss so many bars.
Yeah.
And they'll
So,
say like, "Hey, you know, like
this
listen
is
to
the
comments,"
thing.
and then they never get
I've
to
thought
it.
about it a lot. Like, it depends on your reaction channel. Like, do you want me to explain the simple ass bars?
No, I want you to.
But it
explain the
depends,
ones
like,
that
what is
people
simple.
miss.
Like,
What do you define as simple?
What
Yeah.
do
What do
you-
you define it? Because some
yeah.
people, simple is.
but
it
some
is-
people that don't know
yeah,
shit about
they
hip
don't
hop,
understand.
a simple bar might be like fucking. I wrote, 6 bars for you, revolver. Like,
it's
oh,
like,
a revolver has 6 rounds. Like,
Oh, the
you
goofy,
don't get
the
it.
goofy Lil Wayne one.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Funny
She
as-
like to kick
I'm-
it back and forth. Soccer team.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like,
yeah.
what?
yeah. Shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like, you have to know your audience, but like, do I have to stop at every bar or do I just let it run through? It is what it is. Everyone has their own fucking thing. I really dislike the overreacting.
Yeah, when
I
just,
hate
when it's a baby
overreacting.
bar and they're like,
Yeah,
they're
that's too
screaming
much.
over a
Stop
baby
it.
bar.
Stop
Yeah,
it.
Yeah,
That's a bar
shit.
I can come
Yeah,
up with. Like,
I came an hour late. You know.
yeah.
No, wait. I got.
I think your
I'm about to
freestyle was
create
a
a
little
bar
off.
right now. I came an hour late.
Phil's face made that moment for me right there.
Feels like don't do that. I'll be hitting city with random bars at work on Fridays. It's
all
Freestyle
day.
Friday on Fridays.
Bro, you know you get that.
Oh,
you get
Freestyle
that.
Friday.
You know you get that notification on your phone where the temperature's too hot and you gotta wait to use it again. That's what happens when
I
he
be hitting
sends me
city with
random
I be hitting
bars.
city with some heat sometimes.
I
and
have
it's
to
just-
walk up to him. I be like, bro, stop it.
It's just because I'm
Yeah.
bored at work and I just start thinking of random shit that makes sense and rhymes.
But like it's annoying when people like they grab their heads and they're like, oh my god, Lil Wayne just said that. Like, bitch,
Yeah.
shut the fuck up.
it don't make sense.
You're whack. You're
Whack
lame.
rappers.
You're corny as fuck. You're pretending to sound like it's cool. You're fucking. You're pandering to like idiots that don't know rap. Tom McDonald fucking fans.
You know we can.
You know Tom McDonald?
Yes. You know what we can
He's
transition
ass.
to off whack rappers.
Who?
MGK.
Don't even
Whack rappers.
Hey.
What do you think about
Oh,
whack rappers?
MGK,
Like
with he in a fucking song with Lil Wayne, he rhymed sad with bad. He rhymed always with what was it?
You
Always
were
with
gonna say this,
always. He rhymed I don't know, mice with nice. Like people are like, oh, MGK's not a rapper anymore. He's a
But-
pop artist.
But
Don't rap then.
we all know the greatest.
If
bar
you're a
of all
pop
time.
artist, don't rap.
The T-Pain joint. We all know the greatest bar of all time. The
Mansion?
rhyme screen. Mansion in Wisconsin.
the hardest
That's
bar
Top
ever.
tier.
That's no.
Top
This is why
tier.
that's so good because it's a slant rhyme. Mansion, Wisconsin. So Wisconsin doesn't sound like mansion.
Ganson.
But
It's a-
if you say Wisconsin, it rhymes.
It's
so
the
well.
wordplay.
Top tier.
It's a slant rhyme. You change the sound of a
Pronunciation,
vowel
yeah, you
or
just
whatever
change pronunciations
pronunciation,
of it.
and it was so good at the time.
Well,
I'm sorry.
That's Eminem, the goat at that.
Eminem is the
Eminem
goat.
can wordplay any word
Eminem-
ever, and it's gonna
Any
rhyme.
word.
He can make any word fucking rhyme, and it's
We all
He
seen-
doesn't
we all
rhyme
seen-
words.
We all seen the orange
He makes
thing.
the words rhyme for him.
Right.
You know?
He literally makes the word.
But
work.
MGK
he makes word rhyme.
Yeah.
MGK, this is the thing. I don't think MGK is just a bad rapper. I think he could write well.
He's a whack rapper.
I think
He's a rapper.
I think he doesn't try. I think you're too good to try and get on a song with someone, like, especially if you're rapping on a song, to do Dr. Seuss raps.
Yeah, I mean,
You can't rhyme sad and bad.
When it's like anyone,
One syllable rhyming in a whole verse is fucking dumb. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
When everyone's like,
It's
"Oh
dumb.
my god, he made Wild Boy." Was Wild Boy really a good fucking rap song?
Stop it.
No,
That's
it's a hype
the
song.
chorus.
Stop
It's
He
a
did
hype
the
song.
chorus
Was
really.
Wild Boy
I'm
a good
Wild
fucking rap
Boy.
song? No, it was. It's not. It's not.
Yeah, it's not a great song.
It's a hype
party
song. Yeah, because you know it. But that's not a good song. It's not
Yeah.
a good rap song. That'll
Yeah.
never be part of a no one. That'll never be in no one's discussion of
Yeah.
good
No
rap
one's
songs.
gonna be like,
ever.
"Hey, real quick, play Wild Boy." You see how quiet it just got when I said that?
Exactly.
Exactly.
No one's playing that shit.
I mean,
Like,
that's kind of like Chief Keef's Finito.
Right.
That's not really a good track, but I'm gonna play it 10 out of 10 times,
Hey.
Right.
because it's gonna get shit going.
The beat go off?
The beat go off, and I'm gonna play it, and
then my heat go off?
yeah, the floor might collapse, and
Right.
I'm with that shit because it's hype.
It's
but,
hype.
But was that
But
was he really spitting on
Are
that
you-
shit? Not really.
Why are you doing it? You're doing it to party to. That's
But
that's
listen,
what
you're
that
not
is.
the rap devil. All right, shut
Yeah.
up.
I mean, he did
Stop.
kill Eminem though.
No,
No, I'm
he
talking
did
shit.
not.
I'm talking shit.
Yeah,
Bro, like
Ben-
my thing
Ben
is like,
thinks he
how are
did, but no.
you? He made a diss song where he was complimenting the person he was dissing.
Yeah.
Bro,
Your
you're a
beard- your
god,
beard
you're
is
God,
weird.
You're God, you're ugly, but you're rich.
Yeah.
But your beard is
Exactly.
weird.
I hate you, but other
Exactly.
people love you. Like
Exactly.
that's basically what he was saying throughout the whole thing, and I'm like, bro, stop.
It's first of all embarrassing.
Yeah. Also,
second of all,
why would you
bitch.
eat a bowl of cereal out in public in a rap video? Like that's just weird.
So weird.
Stop it.
Honestly, also
He's lactose. He shouldn't. Have
Also,
done that
I want
anyway.
to talk about P Diddy
Shout out Almond
for
Milk.
first of all because he signed to P Diddy. You're an idiot for letting him do
Wait,
that.
Don't ever do
MGK?
P Diddy like that. Shout out P
MGK
Diddy.
was
I
signed to
That's how much I don't pay attention to this guy. I didn't know that.
yeah.
I
P.
didn't know that
Diddy-
either. But
P Diddy fucking owns that
So
his record.
Diddy saw
studio.
him and was like, yeah,
I mean, you
the
would
fuck-
think.
Take that.
Do you not
what's
think?
Diddy's record label? It's
bad boy.
Bad Boy. There you go. Yeah.
But aren't they with?
Shout out Jax.
Shout out that booty hole.
Aren't they signed to Interscope? He signed to Interscope.
Interscope. Yep.
So like, that's their shit. That's Eminem shit. Also, Sway and all them. Like,
Yeah.
you can't just talk. How
You
do
got
you?
a whole network.
Shout
A
out
whole-
Shade
literally.
45.
Shade
We know-
45's fire. I listen
We're
to
not
it
dumb. We
literally
know
every day.
artists have to put out songs, and then somebody has to approve it or something. Or
Yeah.
you would think like, oh, hey, I'm talking about
Somewhere
so
down
and
the
so.
line, they would have been like, no, don't do that.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
you're dumb. But it did kind of probably help him. At least in YouTube views.
it helped because
Yeah.
people were like, oh, hey. And then
there
M
are-
came back and we were like, oh, hey.
I'll tell you
Never
right now, I'm
mind.
about to say a word
And
that I
now-
don't like saying. Listen, I'm about to say a word I don't like saying.
Is
It's
it
not the
moist?
N word. It's not
Is-
the N
Is
word.
it moist?
It's not the N word. But it's the R word. It's not rape. Sorry.
It's retarded.
Retarded. There
Oh.
are retarded people that think that MGK is good and that he killed Eminem. I'm sorry. You're retarded.
There's not a chance.
And I will say that forever. I don't care. I'm sorry. You're retarded. You don't know hip hop. You don't know rap. You're some idiot that just thinks like anybody could say anything and oh, that rhymed kind of, or that was funny. You're dumb. You're stupid. Kill yourself. I don't know. I don't know.
Standard
I'm
bar
sorry.
listeners.
Why is that word though?
What?
Like, retarded.
I think it's because
like,
you know.
But no, I break it down. That's why, right? So it's like
Yeah.
retarded.
Right.
So are we just tarded?
We're pre-tarded.
We're pretty.
We're
you're
Is it pretarded?
Yeah,
Retarded.
we
And
can
then-
still get
And then,
retarded.
like, if
Yeah.
somebody actually was, then they've been tarded one too many
So
times.
they're
You know what I'm saying? Like, dang, they
Yeah,
shouldn't have
yeah,
tarded
yeah.
you again.
I mean,
You know what I mean?
let's ask our resident retard, Phil.
I feel like, but now I feel like we can just get away with saying that. Like, man, that guy's been tarded
Listen.
one too many times.
Yeah,
and now
yeah, yeah.
we won't, we don't have to worry about saying
I
the
don't,
bad word.
I don't call anybody retarded,
You just
You
called me
just
retarded.
but I will call fans of hip hop that aren't really fans of hip hop retarded.
overly
Because-
tarded.
Overly
Overly
tarded.
tarded.
Overly tarded.
Because there's people that are they're MGK fans, but they don't know. They
like
don't
Wild
know,
Boy.
They don't
They like
know
fucking
hip
Wild
hop.
Boy.
Ask him why.
If you're
Ask
if
him why.
you're,
Look him
listen,
dead in the eyes.
if
Why
you're like
are you an
Tom,
MGK
like,
fan?
if you're like Tom McDonald, you're retarded. If you like Easy Mill, sorry Filipinos, you're retarded. Like you don't know good hip hop. You know simple ass bars,
Hey, you know what? Hold
weak
on.
ass fucking metaphors.
We're talking about hip hop, right?
yeah.
And we're in the region. Shout
Mhm.
out 219. What's up with the Grind family?
The Grind
Do you
family.
remember the
Oh,
Grind family?
I haven't heard of
Shout out
Grind
the
the
Grind
family.
family.
Shout out Rick
Shout
Gilla.
out Rick Gill
Shout
and the
out
Jill
Rick
Mobile.
Gilla.
Y'all remember the Jill Mobile just fucking
Shout
God.
out
Cruising
Ace
through?
Mac
Eight-
from
shout out Ace Mac
Chicago.
from Chicago.
Quick run back on Ace Mac. Me and Tony went to a Drake concert when Drake was still little as fuck. He was at the Chicago
We
Theater.
went there when Tyga was nothing.
Tyga was not
He
even.
was a
Tyga
cub.
was
He
walking
was
in
a
the
cub.
crowd by
Tyga was a
himself,
cub.
no security.
Tyga was giving out fucking flyers.
Yeah, he was walking around in the crowd. So whatever. We go to this concert. That's when Lil Wayne was still in jail. That's how long ago this
Yeah.
was.
damn.
We leave the concert. We're headed out, and there's this dude handing out demos. His name was Ace Mac, and me and Tony listened to this Ace Mac demo like at least 10 times minimum.
At least.
And
Fire.
So shout out Ace Mac. I don't know what he's
Shout
doing
out
now,
Ace
but
Mac.
shout out Ace
Ace
Mac.
Mac.
Ace Mac, if you're out there, I hope you're still making music. I hope you don't work at a bakery or nothing.
And if you see
You're
this,
fire.
shoot us a link.
And I hope you
Ace
turn their
Mac-
brains to spaghetti.
Yeah, Ace Mac was Legit. He made some funny ass
He
fucking songs.
clearly never blew up, but we fuck with Ace Mac.
Yeah,
we
Ace
fuck
Mac.
with you, Ace Mac.
But I mean, what other region artists we could talk about?
I'm not gonna get on the region rappers because some of them might watch this, and I don't even want to come for nobody. I don't want to come for nobody.
I was just gonna. You saw it in my face. I was gonna be like, shout out Al Coleon.
Al Coleon.
Hey, that's my boy. That's
shout out Lip Tack.
Shout out Lip Tack. Shout out King Blitz. You guys know King Blitz?
King Blitz.
Shout out Pyro De Niro.
King Blitz is a YouTube rapper that he from Gary. He moved to Atlanta.
King Blitz. shout out my boy Mike Smitty. If he sees this, shout out my boy Mike Smitty.
Shout out Halo Head Honcho. Just started working at Pepsi with us.
Listen, hey, if you're from the region, listen, let me just say something to region rappers, right? If you're from the region and you have to move somewhere to be more successful, that's fine. Give us a fucking shout out, bitch.
Stop acting more famous than you are.
Don't act like you ain't from Gary.
Stop being unusual.
Don't act like you ain't from Gary just because you live in Atlanta now. Don't act like you ain't from Hammond or Lake State. I don't give a fuck. Stop acting like you're from somewhere nicer. You're not.
You're not.
All right, give us a fucking shout out.
You're not.
Say some shit in your bars.
Shout out
Do
Section 8.
something. All right.
Shout out Section 8.
Yeah.
Shout out Section 8. You got EBT. Shout that shit
Shout
out.
out EBT.
Don't matter.
Do it, you broke bitch.
Shout out Section 8. Shout out Wick.
All that. Shout out Wick.
Also, hey,
sure.
Let me get that juice.
Before this episode, shout out to Famo. He's a region.
Shout out to Famo.
Shout out
right
Famo.
here.
Oh, and
He's a region rapper.
DJ Hacksaw.
Hey,
DJ Hacksaw.
put us in a video.
Hey,
Music video. I'll dance like Diddy in the background.
You know
I don't care.
I got
Don't
some
even matter
shoulder
to me.
moves that I
I'll
can
tell you.
throw in
Look,
there. You know what
I'll
I'm
tell you right now. If you come on this podcast and you promote your shit and you don't put us in something, I'm doing a vendetta on you.
I don't flag all your videos.
I'm
petty.
petty.
Listen,
yeah,
I'm flagging all your videos.
What'd you say, Phil?
Everything.
Can I shout out a local rapper?
Local rapper? Shout out that local rapper.
Shout out that
Wait,
local
before
rapper.
you say that,
Region
let me just say
rapper,
anything
rapper.
to anybody. You want to come on this podcast? You want to talk your shit? Oh, I do this, I do that, and you don't put me in something. I'm petty. I'll fucking talk shit, even if it's
I
dope.
recently just got
I don't
called
care.
Petty LaBelle, so I'm there with you.
I'm I'm a newly hater. I will hate on you for no reason. I will talk about your kids. I will talk about your baby mama. I will talk about your mom. If
It's on
she's
site.
ugly, I will talk about everyone you know. I will talk shit about anybody. I do not care.
He don't care.
He'll flag your videos.
I'm
Shout
a
out-
hater.
shout out
and
Petty-
I will
Petty
be petty.
Pendergrass.
And we'll call this fucking episode, the hater players fucking podcast.
Petty talks.
Player haters pod.
I will hate on you.
Petty
and
talk.
I will fucking love it every second of it. I will talk about your face, your eyebrows, your eyeballs,
We
everything.
can call it the
Do
trash
not
bin.
fuck me.
The trash bin. Trash bin hours.
What were you saying, Phil?
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Shout him out.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I don't want to do it anymore.
Oh, okay.
Fuck
All
Okay.
right, cool.
Fuck
So
that local
anyway,
racker. Give me.
All right.
right. No, wait. I want to shout out.
Go
Phil's
ahead.
Racker. Shout out the Whacker.
Shout out your racker, your favorite local racker.
Yogasachi.
Yoga Sach.
Oh, that white boy,
Yeah.
Chicken teriyaki.
blonde as hell.
Pretty fire.
That boy looks damn near albino.
That sounds
Hey,
like a
guys.
number 2 at Panda Express. All right, send me a link. I want to listen to his stuff.
Gotcha.
So give me your.
Top 5.
Well, no, not yet.
Not yet.
That
Not
will
yet.
close out with that. Give me your best Chicago
Yeah, beer?
rapper
Please.
outside of Kanye, Chance, and outside of that. Give me, besides the like stupid, well-known ones. Give me your favorite Chicago rapper,
My favorite Chicago. Outside of the well-knowns,
like super well-knowns. The obvious.
What's his fucking name? I'm having a brain fart right now. Fuck. What? He had like one hit song.
Bump J.
No.
Oh, shout out Bump J.
Go ahead,
Shout
Sydney.
out
If you
Bump
got
J.
it, go
Shout
ahead.
out Bump J. He's part of the scan. Hey, he's solid.
Right.
You said no, Chief Keef.
No, I mean you can say Keith. You can say Keith.
say Keith.
I don't want you.
Just no
Who's
Kanye
it?
because obviously
To
everyone's
live and
like,
die in
Kanye.
Chicago.
Everyone's
Everyone's gonna be like, yeah, Kanye.
To live and
That's
die in
too easy.
Chicago. Who's that?
Oh, four.
Who said that? To live and die in Chicago.
I think it was 4. I think his name's 4. I want to say 4.
Oh no, that's King Louis.
That's King Louis.
Louis.
Oh, hey, yo, shout
I
out
can't say King
Shout out
Louis.
King
Yeah,
Louis.
King
Shout out
Louis.
King
Yeah,
Louis.
I was
Hey,
like,
how do
that's
we
my
forget
that's
about
my
that?
Chicago.
choice.
That's King Louis.
That's
Yeah.
the
my
man.
choice. Hey, shout out Jordan.
That's probably my favorite
Hey,
Chicago
yeah,
rapper outside
yeah.
of like big names. Is
Yeah.
probably
Right.
King Louis.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, King
Polo
Louis.
G. I mean, Polo
Polo
G's
G,
fire.
Polo Cap a lot.
I feel
Polo
like
Capital.
Polo G. You know what? This is crazy
I mean,
because
you
I
got your
slept
Chief
on
Keef.
Polo G for a while.
G Herbo.
G Herbo.
That man got
G
the
Herbo's
most
dope.
offbeat fire music.
No,
That
no,
Bibby.
shit don't make no
no.
goddamn
Listen,
sense, and it's
listen.
offbeat.
Listen.
Bibby.
G Herbo is
Bibby,
not
ooh,
off
Bibby.
the beat.
Lil
Lil
Bibby.
Bibby.
Lil Bibby.
That's my boy.
G Herbo is not off beat. The beat is off G Herbo. Okay.
His flow is too much for the beat. It's too much for the beat.
Too much for the beat.
He raps and then they put a beat to him.
Right.
That's
They're
what
"Oh,
happened.
let's go
That's
ahead
what
and
it
throw this
sounds
one
like.
on
Like
that."
they're
That's
just like,
exactly what
hey,
happens.
later on your verse, we're gonna put the fucking beat after.
Yeah.
That's what it
He
sounds
just-
like.
He
Right.
spits all acapella. That's
But
it.
King Louis, Ace Mac, G Herbo. Is G Herbo from Chicago?
Yes.
All right.
Lil Durk.
Lil
Oh, I forgot
Durk.
about Durk.
I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
his dreads. They're
Lil
cool.
Durk's dreads are a little different.
You don't like them?
Nah.
I fuck with
I
them.
fuck with Durk though.
Who
Smirky-o.
else? I really don't. Beyond that, you know,
Who's
Lupe.
Lupe?
Or say Lupe? No, Lupe's Chicago.
Chance?
I mean, I got
I thought you said no chance.
No, I know I said no chance, but
Chance.
shout out Chance.
Shout
though.
out Chance.
Shout out Chance. Hey, I like
Shout out
Chance.
Ye. Shout out the big
Chance
Chicago
has a.
heads.
This is the thing with Chance the Rapper, man. Like sometimes it's just fire, and sometimes it's
My thing is like, so look,
you know,
It's an
when he
acquired
was
taste
when
as
he
well.
was acid rap Chance, dope.
Yeah.
that was the best.
And then
But he could
joined
al-
the God Squad, you know, and everything got like real churchy. There's nothing. I got nothing against that. I feel it. That's what. But like that's when it changed. You know, like how much you like because his flow is different and the way he like it's more singing and things.
But that
like
shit we
you know what
just
I mean?
heard before the podcast.
Yeah,
that was
that's fine.
fire.
Yeah.
Because I love my type of rap. I love no fat. You know what I'm saying? I love when the everything rhymes in a tight.
He still knows how
fucking
to.
form.
He still knows how to come out and make like a
I
little
like
fun
when
track
it's-
though. Remember
yeah.
what was the Hot Shower?
Hot shower.
Yeah,
Hot
Hot
shower.
Shower.
That was one that got you.
That
hyped.
was
That
dope.
was another party joint. Like
Or
when
that
you play
broccoli?
That shit,
That broccoli
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
Yachty?
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
Yachty?
Yeah.
I love like the tight rapping.
How do y'all feel about Yachty overall?
Yachty, I fuck with that new Detroit movement he's on.
I fuck with Lil Boat.
I got
Lil
it.
Boat.
Lil Boat.
That Lil Boat tape.
Lil Boat.
Yeah,
Well-
I like the new Detroit energy movement that he's on.
But I just like his
Well,
overall.
Detroit's
And I
attitude.
fuck
fire.
with all the new Detroit shit. Sada
you gotta
Baby.
42
all that shit.
Doug.
42
4-2
Doug.
Doug.
42
Get it
Doug.
right.
Put some
Put some
respect
respect
on
on his
his
name.
name.
Put some respect on his name.
I
4-2 Doug.
apologize.
And then you got a
I always
Big Sean.
say 42
All
Doug
the
is
Detroit
fire.
shit.
Cash Doll. All you
Oh,
guys.
dancing for you.
I love Detroit rappers. Detroit rappers have the best
Hey, shout out
flow.
Big Sean.
And
They
they
be
know how to
saying
write a beat.
crazy
Shout out Big
and they do
Sean.
say shit, crazy shit. Shout out Big Sean.
Big Sean,
One of
the
my-
goated,
Underrated.
goated.
Forever underrated.
Big Sean will be goated forever.
And he's with
Forever
Janae.
underrated.
And he's with Janae.
Oh God, he's with Janae.
I would
Who has
never
some
talk
of-
down on Janae because of Big Sean.
First of all,
Respectfully.
Janae Ego, she has some of the
Respectfully.
best.
Respectfully.
She has some of the best music videos and music to trip the shrooms in.
She has the best everything.
Allegedly.
Shout out
Allegedly.
Janae.
Allegedly.
Respectfully.
No drug
But
use.
Big Sean.
Allegedly.
Let's just all right. Let's talk about Big Sean.
Allegedly.
Let's talk about Detroit rappers for a second.
Period. Yeah. Isn't
They
T.
have-
Grizzly from,
so-
Detroit? T. Grizzly?
Detroit rappers are not. They're not New York. They don't.
No.
They're not like. They don't talk the same.
They've
They
got
talk
different
more like
sounds.
us. First of all, they talk more like Chicago rappers, but different. They enunciate their R's a little different. They're very proper with their shit, but also it's proper but
Did-
like grimy.
Did you listen
It's like
to Big
proper
Sean's
gangster shit.
Detroit 2? Detroit
Yes,
2?
of course.
Detroit,
you-
yeah,
did
of
you
course.
listen to
Yes,
Of course.
Everybody,
I love Big Sean.
if you didn't listen to it, listen to Detroit 2. Listen to Detroit.
Just listen to all
listen
his
to
shit,
Big
actually.
Sean.
Just
Listen to Big
everything.
Sean.
Anything Big Sean's trying to do,
Boy.
just listen to that shit, boy.
Boy.
You should be able to hear a song and know if there's a Detroit
I'll do
rapper.
it.
That's how.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
how.
boy, man.
How strong the Detroit flow and the way their rap is.
And
You
it's-
should
hey,
know
Big
that.
Sean, Big Sean.
You better at least know his ad libs. You know what I
Right.
mean? Him, even
bitch.
and a little different. He's a little more grimy to me. Is from Detroit, T Grizzly.
T Grizzly.
Oh yeah, T Grizzly for sure.
And he be talking about some
Yeah.
shit. He be saying some shit,
Mm-hmm.
or some aggressive shit, but he be saying some shit.
You I feel like if you like rap, you would have to just exclusively listen to Detroit rappers to understand their sound, because everyone has a different sound. Even though in this day and age, like internet, everyone kind of sounds the same, but there's still regional differences. New York people sound like New York people. Detroit people sound like Detroit people. Chicago rappers sound like the Chicago rappers. And the East Coast, you know,
They got
everyone has
the West Coast has their own flow too.
Or West Coast, I mean, they still have their same like. There's a distinctive sound, the way they rap, the way they talk, the way they pronunciate their words. It's not the same.
Yeah, because the West Coast has their own like style of beat, their own like flow, the way they flow over
for
it.
sure.
The East Coast, like you said, New York rap, that shit's a whole.
And then
it's
if you
different
wanna,
New Yorks.
If you
got drill.
if you want to add Canada into it, because
that's
there's a
different
lot
too.
of Canadian
that's
rappers.
different too.
Canadian rappers, depending on where they're from in Canada, they sound different.
Mm-hmm.
If you're from Toronto, you kind of sound like New York rappers or Detroit rappers because they're not far from Detroit, but they also...
the accent isn't too crazy either.
Right. So if you're from Toronto, you either sound Detroit as fuck or kind of like New York rappers because they're not far from New York. They're in New York. Like, they're closer to Buffalo, but they kind of sound like New York rappers. So it's weird. It's all geographical, really.
Exactly. Cause and then I mean you got your down south rap, you got your.
I mean,
everyone's got their own sound.
I'll tell you what, sure. Nobody sounds like down south rap.
Nah.
They have their own fucking style. They have their own slang. They have
even the way they say shit.
The way they say shit's so cool.
Because I listen to because even just listening to regular conversations, like I listen, like there's a clip on the satellite radio on Sway 45, and they have just different people do different like intros for them. And you got Moneybagg Yo, and he don't even know how to talk.
Where's he from?
Like, from Memphis. And they're like, what do you think when you think about Memphis? I think about rap music and barber crew. They don't even say fucking words right. Like they say shit different, you know, but it's still fire.
Yeah.
I think about barber crew.
Well, hey, just like so Black Youngster.
Black Youngster too. That man don't make no sense
Black
at all.
Youngster and a Boxer Rocks took a test. The Boxer Rocks will only pass because they spelled his name right. Like
he don't even spell Youngster right.
So like Black is what? Isn't it BLACC? Like you know what I'm saying?
Black
but
and then Youngster, yeah.
But not the smartest person. You know what I'm saying? But if you listen to the songs, he knows how to get you going and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Same what you were saying with Sada Baby. Sada Baby got the weirdest songs.
Baby
I hung out with. Remember, I did that painting for Black Youngster. So I hung out with him, and like even some of the stuff he was saying to me, I was like, I gave him his. So I'm holding this picture of him, right? I painted this picture of him. Bet, cool. He's got it. He's putting me on his Instagram, and he's like, yeah, look at this.
Oh yeah. He's
like, yo, he made me a portrait because I'm a portrait ass nigga. And when he
was
said that, I was like,
shit when he said that.
And like in his video, you saw me, and I leaned over to his bar. I was like, "What the fuck does that mean?" Like I have no idea what that means, but that's just how he is.
But it made sense though.
It made sense, but it didn't at the same time. But it just shows like, hey, sometimes hey, you ain't got to be smart to be a rapper.
No, you don't. You don't.
If you got the skill, you don't got to be smart.
Well, it's like DDG. DDG, even him, his raps don't make fucking sense, and he just makes a bunch of random noises that rhyme together. Like when he said, "I'm moving so fast, my girl like Roadrunner, me meep."
Oh yeah,
a bar, but it was stupid as fuck. But it made sense.
In the DDG.
Yeah, I'm DDG, and my girl like a Roadrunner, me meep.
Yeah,
but it was a bar though.
Moonwalking
in Calabasas remix.
Dope.
And it was even Blueface. Blueface don't make no goddamn sense either.
But
it should be hidden.
See how long
that Buzz Down Tatiana? That's an anthem, regardless. That shit's stupid, but it's an anthem.
I almost did the dance right now. Like,
but it's an anthem.
You guys are lucky I don't have.
Well, there's something to say with like, when people like, you love hype music. There's different fucking levels to this shit.
You gotta
you
pick
can't
what you
just
like.
you can.
Hey,
I'll tell you, if you're just a hip hop head that loves lyricists,
rap purist,
and like rap purists, exactly.
Yeah, that's a
you're missing out on so much shit that's fire.
Yeah, just because
you're missing out on
purely
stuff that's
entertainment.
cool.
It's purely entertainment.
Hey, not everyone wants to listen to something that's 1,000 times.
Speaking of the hype stuff, and if we bring it back, Dipset.
I'm telling you, Dipset, bro.
They don't fuck with Busy
shit
Bone though.
that Joel Santana used to say on tracks could not be said now. No one could say that shit.
There's any of them.
It's disgusting, and some of the shit he says is disgusting. It's suspect as fuck on top of it. But
which bar are you talking about? Which bar?
All of them. Everything Joel said. Just a bunch of shit.
He did have a bunch of crazy bars.
Joel said crazy shit on tracks, and
but also that was back in the day because a lot of people had some. You know what? I remember even Wayne, right? this bar just hit me or whatever.
Damn right.
He said
my daddy.
that, but then there was another one. He was like, I want a bitch with a mouth like that boy Ken Griffey. Why do you want a female with a mouth like a
man's
man?
mouth?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's
what's wrong with
kinda
you?
gay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Right.
kinda gay.
I think that was dedication too.
But
like,
Who said that was somebody like I would
somebody-
suck your
oh,
daddy's
yeah,
dick to
she's
get
so
with you?
bad, she's so
so bad
bad,
I suck her daddy's dick.
to get with her.
I
And
forgot
we're
who
like,
said that, but
that's
that's
sus.
Wait a
that's the
minute.
most sus bar. Hey yo, that's the most sus bar.
I
Possible.
heard
Hey,
that and
yo.
I took off my pink fur coat. Like I couldn't do
Yeah.
it. I'm
what
like,
I'm
yo, that's
saying.
gay.
But like, Mace, fucking Jewels, Cameron, all of them. You say some
Oh, yeah.
crazy shit,
Back in
and
the
it
day
was
and all that. But
and
at
it was
the
so
same
fire
time-
though,
at
and
the
it was
same
and it
time,
fit
yeah.
for that time.
But
Jewels
you also have
had-
to think like at that time too, saying crazy shit popped
Yeah. Yeah, back in the day.
because you had to be different.
Back in the day.
You had to be different. You had to say shit that
Because
was
basically
wild.
what it was back in the day is you were saying what people were thinking but couldn't say out loud.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it got to the point where everything you could say it out loud, and then now we're on that like cancel culture thing. So now when you do say what everybody else
Exactly.
is thinking, you're getting in trouble for it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And
Exactly.
you can't do that in bars anymore.
You can't do it in the bars if you're a certain artist.
Right.
Certain artists can because they slip under the radar.
Yeah, if you
Sada
if
Baby
you-
could say some weird shit
if you
slip
metaphorically
under the
blend
radar.
it, then you're good.
because a lot of people also don't listen to the lyrics.
Right.
But if you're an artist that your lyrics are the main thing and you speak in a way where people are going to understand you and you
Right.
say something that's out of pocket, it's going to get a lot of heat, you know?
Facts.
For some people it's not as serious. I listen to a lot of right now Earth Gang,
I still gotta listen to that. The Ghetto Gods, right?
Ghetto
I gotta
Gods,
listen to
Earth
that.
Gang.
Hey,
It's-
everybody, listen to Ghetto Gods. I haven't
Listen
done
to
it
it.
yet, but let's do it together.
Check it out. Next time we come back, we're gonna talk about Ghetto Gods. They talk about a lot about like just experiences of a black person being raised in either the ghetto or whatever. It's
Alright.
you know a lot of
So,
people don't understand
with all
it.
that, right now, top 5, past and present.
top five.
Dead or alive.
Dead or
Top
alive.
5, past and present.
Can we do a live?
Do both.
Let's
both.
do
Give me
both.
your top 5.
Top 5
alive, and top
alive
five all
in no
time.
order though.
No
specific
order.
order.
No specific order. Just
Top 5
dead and
alive. Or, let me do alive first. I'm saying Nas, Eminem, J. Cole. That's one. Nas, Eminem, J. Cole.
And these are your top 5. These are your top 5, right?
My top 5 that I
Specific
listen
things
to a lot.
Where you? You're 3 right now.
Yeah.
Can we take a time out real quick?
Mm-hmm.
Why Nas?
Yeah, I was
I got a
curious
question.
too. I was curious too.
I listen-
Here's my thing
I was
about
curious
Nas,
too.
right? Like a lot of people be like, "Oh, Nas."
His
he's a
newest
goat,
album
he's
was
a
good.
goat,
People
he's
say
a
Nas
goat."
is a GOAT. I
But
don't think
I
so.
think they're only giving him that GOAT status because of his longevity.
Yeah.
Longevity is the thing, but like
The best.
the
thing
way he
had-
raps is still good. Like he still
know,
sounds the
cuz-
same. His last album, you didn't think it was good? That
It was-
It was
It was solid. It's
Mids.
a solid
But
piece of
was
work.
it-
It's a solid piece of work,
Mid.
but it's
But-
not.
mids.
if you put that album out
It's
20
not
years
standing
ago,
out. 20 years
but
ago,
see, that's
it'll
the
hit.
thing. Like,
So-
You
that's the
can't.
thing
You
ago.
you
So
gotta
he's
grow
still
with. You
him.
gotta grow with time.
You got to grow with the times. Things like that.
Okay.
But even when he was out there, like he had like a hit here and there,
all right, fine. Fuck
I
Nas.
never. I
No,
thought.
fine.
What is
fuck
your top
Nas.
five?
No,
You
no,
keep
no,
him in
no,
there.
no,
It's
no,
your
no.
top five. You
No,
keep him in there.
no,
You're
no,
right.
no, no.
He's a
We're-
great.
we're
I'm
He's
just
a,
questioning
he's
why.
a great
Hey,
rapper.
listen,
I just don't
hey,
think he
listen,
deserves that.
I'll say it right now. If your name is Nas, fuck you.
Damn.
Lil Nas X.
Ew, Lil Nas.
No, all right. You know what? I understand what you guys are saying. I understand it. I'm gonna say
But it's your top 5.
But
My
your-
top
your
five-
top 5.
my
This is your
top 5 right now. This is so hard because I listen to a lot of shit. You guys, I listen to a lot of anime rap.
It's your top
Um,
5 though, so you
it's
put
your
whatever
top
you want.
five.
Yeah,
My
that's
top
what we
5.
listen to.
My top 5 would be Eminem for sure. Still, his last 2 albums his last album with Side B.
Mhm.
Even though there's a lot of songs on it I hate, the songs that I don't hate are good as fuck. Even though he does piss me off a lot because he's too complex, where it doesn't make sense in a song.
No, it makes sense. You just haven't figured it out yet.
That's what he probably thinks.
No, trust me.
But I do
That's
no.
how it is.
Listen, I understand that, and I do make sense of it. But for everyone else, I think it's too hard.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
too
okay.
dumb. Hip hop should be able to interpret by the layman. If you make music too hard to interpret by people from the ghetto,
But you don't have
then
to
you're
do
making
that. You don't have
music.
to do it all the time, though.
Yeah,
No.
but you shouldn't make music for the educated. They're too smart, you know.
That's fair.
People from the hood can't get into golf clubs. That's why they made golf. You know,
Top Golf.
Top Golf.
You have to make
Shout out
music.
Top
Motherfucker
Golf.
to play
Yeah.
Shout out
for
Top Golf.
Sure.
Shout out Top Golf. You have to make music for people that you want to listen to, not for the fucking rich and famous and educated fucking scholars.
Why not
I'm
both?
sorry,
I mean,
that's
yeah,
not
you can
hip
do
hop.
both. You can
That's
do
not
both.
what hip hop is from, though.
Shout out Pusha T.
You know,
Shout out-
shout out Pusha
shout out-
T.
Shout out
Pusha T.
Pusha T.
Fucking
Still
street
with the
rap.
still with the cocaine raps, but he still got that Fendi rap.
It's
too. Like,
articulate.
he's
You
up
know,
there.
there's
Even though he dissed my boy Drizzy Drake.
there
Hey,
is
they're getting
something
there.
to
They're
say
getting there.
about people you wanting people to learn and get smarter too, but that has to be a weird medium. But whatever. Eminem. I do love J. Cole. I know a lot of people hate J. Cole. I don't know why, but I do love
Just
J. Cole.
Mike Conde.
J.
That's it.
Cole.
Just Mike
J.
Conde.
Cole has some of the best gun bars in the world. They're just sneaky. I would say right now, JID. JID is up. He's not even an up and comer anymore.
Yeah,
He's
solid.
established.
He's established.
So Eminem, J. Cole, JID. We're doing 5.
Yeah. Present.
This is just your
Present.
present. This is not even
It's
your
just
all-time
present.
This
list.
is my present. Can I do a group?
You can do whatever
I
you
would
want.
do.
It's whatever you want.
I would say
seriously.
Griselda because I like Benny the Butcher and I love Conway the Machine, but their solo shit
Yeah, it's an easy
is
way to put
good
them all
too.
at one.
I like them both. I love that gangster ass, that old school gangster rap where we're talking about pushing fucking cocaine and
You need
it
that.
coming back.
That's balance.
It's
You need
cool.
that.
You need
It's
that.
cool. It's cool. And for my 5th, which is one a lot of people probably nobody's gonna know about, his name's Ty Wilde. He's from Canada, from Toronto. He's an anime rapper, but he does anime rap, but he does standalone music that's not anime rap. He's a dope ass little white boy, skinny ass twink. Ty Wilde. Look up Ty Wilde
I'm
on
gonna do my
Instagram.
homework.
White
We're
boy
gonna
from
do our
Japan.
homework.
Yeah,
we're
look-
gonna do our
Ty
homework.
Wilde.
You guys,
Send me the links.
That's the homework
Send
for
me
you
the
guys.
links.
Look up Ty Wilde on YouTube. Ty Wilde he sounds like an old school New York rapper, but he's not. He's a little ass white boy from Canada.
Your homework is Tyler and Logic.
Tyler and Logic. There we go. Gilbert.
No, wait, that was just your all.
That's
oh,
fine.
we're just
Yeah.
doing.
So
dead?
we'll
we're
do
doing-
no. We'll
you
do a
gotta
live.
all time. And
You want to do
present.
a live, all of us, and then do all time, all of us.
All time would be different, but let's do all.
Let's do all
current.
current,
The
and then
current-
we'll do
the
all.
current. All
yeah.
right, we'll do. Okay, current.
Mine's definitely different than yours. Current, in no specific order, I'm gonna say Cole, just based off just lyricism, longevity. I mean, just flow. Everything about Cole to me is prominent. It's perfect to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Big Sean never misses to me. Some people might say he misses.
I
To
know
me,
Gilbert loves Big Sean.
Big Sean don't miss to me.
Big Sean never misses to me.
Ye, specifically just innovation, creativity, just
Who?
different shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
Kanye. And like I said, my list is gonna be a little different. Like I said, Lil
Yo,
Baby, just
I ain't
because
hating.
he be
Your face
Lil
said
Baby
different.
be saying that shit, and he's a consistent listener to me. I can listen to Lil Baby and always be hype, always enjoy what I'm listening to.
You know,
Yeah.
Baby's on the track. He's gonna go crazy.
You know the beat's gonna go crazy, and you know the track's gonna go crazy, regardless of what it is.
Okay.
You don't even need the beat. He'll
and-
stop it and keep going.
Exactly. And then, of course, the GOAT, Drizzy. Drake don't miss neither. So, I mean, Drake speaks for
We
himself.
have a very
So, yeah,
similar.
Drake
You
speaks
saying
for himself.
Thule slide didn't miss?
No,
Toosie slide didn't miss?
Tootsie slide right the fuck up out of here.
Right
Oh,
now.
Tootsie
slide
Tootsie
don't-
slide out
Drake
right
don't
now.
miss. Tootsie slide
on
out the
now.
fucking
He
pod.
You
made
can't
right
that-
now.
Tootsie slide. I'll
He
tell you
made
right
that
now.
song strictly
You
for
can't.
TikTok.
Hey, if I
and
asked
he
you to Tootsie slide
capitalized.
right now,
Oh,
you
right
couldn't
foot
do
up,
it.
left foot slide the
Right.
fuck
Could
up
not
out
do
of here.
it.
He knew,
Tootsie,
he knew what he was doing. He knew
Drizzy
what he was
don't
doing.
miss. So that's my top 5 right now.
All right,
No
okay,
specific
okay.
order.
Tootsie was a TikTok track.
Hey,
Tootsie slide
I
up outta
respect
there.
that.
and
I
he made
respect that. I don't disrespect either of those.
So
Any
my,
of those.
My list is very similar to Gilbert's and all that. So
If you
like
say
said,
don't say Brockhampton.
oh, okay, well then not that similar. No, but
Don't say Russ.
No specific order. We're gonna talk about Russ after this.
No,
right?
I'm not talking
We
about
gotta talk about
Russ.
Russ real
gotta
quick
talk about
too.
Russ real quick.
Yeah,
So
after
look,
this we do gotta talk about Russ real quick.
I got Ye.
Okay.
Because no matter what, it's always Ye. Like, you know, all that. Sean, that he don't miss to me or whatever. Drizzy, the same thing and all that. I'm gonna put up. You know what? I'll put up Harlow, Jack Harlow.
Jack Harlow's a
Jack
beast.
Harlow, he's
Jack
coming
Harlow
out,
don't
bro.
miss neither.
Jack
lately.
Harlow is
Jack
a
Harlow
beast.
don't miss neither.
He doesn't miss.
He doesn't
He's got
miss.
that
He don't have a
swag,
lot of
like-
work, but
He's
he don't
cool.
miss.
He's a
but
cool
you
ass
know what
white
I'm saying?
boy
Like, he's
from
just, he's
Louisville.
got it, and you could tell like
He's from Louisville, right?
He's gonna be here for a while.
And he's
Yeah.
authentic. When he's authentic, he
Yeah.
ain't scared to push the envelope.
Yeah.
He ain't scared to work with Lil Nas X
And
or,
he-
or
he's
do no
giving
sus
you
shit
himself,
or play
yeah,
around.
all
He's
that.
him.
Yeah.
He's
The
And
jokes and all
he
that,
loves
like-
those. He loves the black queens.
on
So
God.
there
On
you
God,
go.
he does.
He ain't
On God.
racist.
Shout out to Black Queens,
On
the
God.
Red Bones.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
what's
You
poppin'?
know, brand new whip just hopped in.
Random bitch, pop that asshole.
Shout
Shout
out
out
Jax.
Jax.
All right,
and
what
who's
else?
my number 5? Who's my number 5? I also have to go with Lil Baby too because for some reason every time I hear this man
don't
spit,
miss.
he goes crazy.
The beats are hard.
He goes
It's
He's
crazy,
hard.
y'all.
And he be saying some bullshit.
It's-
I ain't gonna
bro,
lie.
like-
he be
Listen,
saying
listen.
some bullshit, but that does not matter
It
because
don't
it's
matter
fun to
'cause
listen
he
to.
knows how to
Listen.
ride.
It's fun to
a
listen
beat,
to.
bro.
Listen.
He could ride.
It's
the beat.
crazy that none of us said Lil Wayne.
Well,
Lil
we're
Wayne's
talking
an
about
all-time.
we're talking about all time.
Lil
We
Wayne's
didn't go to all
all-time.
time yet. Because what does Lil Wayne drop recently
He's
that you're
dropped
like,
features.
that you're like,
He's
man,
done
let-
He does features,
kinda, but
hey,
has he dropped a whole project where I'm
No,
like,
no,
I can
no,
listen
no,
to the
no.
whole project,
Yeah,
and be
you're
like,
right.
damn, Lil Wayne's
He
going
hasn't.
crazy right now. He's not going crazy right now because he's on every once in a while on somebody's track. Whatever.
Every 3 months,
shout
he's
out-
on a
which is
feature.
solid. And
Shout
they're
out
all
No
heat,
Ceiling.
you know?
Shout out Dedication because
Shout
both those
out-
series
all right,
all
maybe-
the old ass
crazy.
All right,
Wayne.
may-
Shout out Mixtape Wheezy.
Yeah, shout
Maybe-
out,
listen,
fuck.
No
listen.
one is touching Mixtape
Listen,
Wheezy.
it's gonna change now that we're doing all time.
Okay.
All right.
Switch
So
it up.
Mine
I mean,
is still
a couple-
not that different. Mine's still not that different.